smoke weed every day.
What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the Kush Den. Apologize for the slight delay. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. It is a little bit of a volume issue. Let me find out if it's that damn Skype. 1 second. Let me check these properties. I'm telling you, I have to. And it's been pissing me off. I don't know why it does that. Let's see, property. Yep. What happens is the damn. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. It's this damn Skype because I have to reinstall it damn near every time to use it because I don't want it to update. And it'll automatically update by itself. And so it changes my volume level to halfway for like. Just automatically changes it to halfway. So that's probably why you couldn't hear me as well earlier. All right, what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the Kush Den. If you're not familiar with the Kush Den is a 420 friendly conversation and community. Even though, like I say, we have not been too 420 friendly. Damn, they're going on 3 months. So, it is what it is. Ain't no complaints. It's all good. But if you're not, if you don't participate in the smoke, pour yourself up a nice adult beverage. If you don't drink, pour yourself a nice warm glass of milk, and then sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. Or you can do like Man Up, get you a good bottle of water. I'm gonna do the same myself. Have me a nice cup of water here. That's as close to the Kush as we get tonight. So tonight, like I say, we're gonna talk about cosmetics, and when we say cosmetics, we're going to talk about does it instill confidence or is it a cover-up? We kind of briefly got into the conversation a little bit last week, and when I talk cosmetics, not just cosmetic surgery, not just makeups, but a variety of cosmetic items, appearances, or different things that it can span over a whole genre of things. And just kind of, does it really truly instill confidence, or is it really just just a temporary cover-up? Because once it all comes off, or if you get it surgically attached, it ain't coming off. But do you really truly feel better, or is it just some bullshit to kind of trick yourself? So, like I said, we're gonna be talking about plenty of that, and then we'll see what we got going on here. We'll probably open up the Kush line a little bit later and let y'all kind of call in and have your thoughts. As a matter of fact, let me set some things up here to get that prepared for that. But how you doing this evening, Mr. Man Up?
Sorry about that. Can't complain. How you doing today?
Man.
Oh, sorry. I did just ask you how you doing to interrupt it.
It's all good.
My bad. No, I just want to say I apologize to everyone and myself too, because spend a little family time, with the family. Got started a little late, so I put that on myself. That's my bad. I do apologize.
Okay. No big deal. It happens. Sometimes you got to do family first, man. You got to do that stuff. I see Kenneth asked about another good book, a good suggestion. It just depends on, what kind of read are you looking for, Kenneth? I still don't think you finished The Alchemist, so I don't know about you, man. So we'll figure it out, and we'll talk about that. But wings clip laid out in the desk. But shout out to everybody today. Let's see who we got joining us in the den this evening. There you go. It only gonna let me go so far back. You be doing me like that. I see Jay Bird. I see Kenneth. I see Heidi. 335. Got to get that wise gallon of water. Yeah, man. Okay. See what I say. I said Jay Bird. Wise. What's the motherfucking deal? Is the audio better now? I want to make sure everybody that the audio is better.
There's a little money. You did get a little louder over here.
Okay, good deal. Like I said, I don't want to miss anybody, but like I said, it's only let me go so far back, so it's cool. All right, something that'll teach me something, mainly self-improvement books. Okay, well I'll shoot you something on the gram here after the stream. I'll shoot you a couple of recommendations, Kenneth. But again, so I saw Man Up ask you a question. He asked if you were a shy person or something like that. I'm trying to see. Was it, yeah, Man Up, were you a shy person or did you always have confidence?
Well, to be honest, at first I was a little shy because, growing, you're discovering self-worth, self-confidence, self-appearance, who you are. Make it short. But now I'm a little older. I want to say, I started being super confident in myself. I want to say about 12, 11, somewhere around there. Being real confident in myself. I see Heidi trying to be funny with the names. Heidi up, Wise up. I see you there, Heidi. But yeah, I've always been confident in myself. Who I am as a person. I used to. I tell my wife the story. She didn't really believe me, but growing up, I used to have acne so bad. I have bumps all over my face and stuff. Bumps be about this big, if you can see that. Bumps be like this. That's how big the bumps would be right here on my forehead. Didn't care. I still would go try to holler at girls, still try to do this and that. I mean, you just got to learn how to be confident in who you are in your skin.
Okay. Now give me a second. And if y'all do see, in the background, I have gotten a little bit. I got me a little couple of long distance kills on the pub. Look, I ain't ass scrub on the pub, but yeah, confidence is important, man. You got to be able to just kind of go with life, and it's some things I've learned, especially like I say, I always learn, always watch and discover new things that I've picked up this week that I want to talk about. But
okay,
I want to get into cosmetics a little bit because we were having a very interesting conversation about cosmetics, and we were talking about, mainly for the most part, women who go and they attach all this stuff themselves. They cover themselves up in a shitload of makeup, more icing on their face than the fucking bakery put on cake. But or you got all these women who go and they attach and do all this stuff to their bodies. I see T'Challa say that the graphic for this show got him died. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I just had to go with the Nicki Minaj, the before and probably in the middle. I'm sure she's had some more surgery since then. But my thing is this, man. Cosmetics, I mean, in your opinion, Man Up, do you feel like that's a cover-up for false confidence? Do you think that people really feel better about themselves? 'Cause it's not just women. It's men who go and get, fake muscles. They go get injections in their calves and all this other stuff. There's a Japanese dude who tries to look like a Ken doll. There's some Russian woman who tries to look like a Barbie, and they go do all these things. Do you think that they're really building or really instilling confidence within themselves, or they're just happy that somebody's paying attention to them because they're getting all this newfound attention? Or do you think it's really just a cover up for, insecurities, and they're just able to play it off for the time being? How do you feel about that?
Well, to be real with you, I think it's a combination of a couple of different things, my personal opinion. Before I get started, I do want to say you are right. It's not just women. It is men, too. So don't want nobody to sit here and think that, we mainly talking about women. But I think it's not a confident thing. I think it's more of a attention thing, or it's more of a don't pay attention to this, pay attention to that type of thing, if that makes sense to you. I think I kind of gotten to the point to where when you see things like that, you kind of want to say that they're not confident in their skin and who they are. And like I told you before, like when we ended the last show, it's like, for example, me personally, I can't sit here and say I don't want no woman that don't look like this, look like that, because hell, I know I don't look perfect. You know what I'm saying? If you can see right now, I got bags under my eyes because, I'm up all the time. I work a lot. I don't look perfect. You know what I'm saying? I got jacked up eyebrows. Like right now, my beard is all out of whack. I ain't combing to it way early this morning. So it's just more of those type of things to where I think what people are trying to do is sit here and say that, like you said with the guy with I seen that before a couple years ago. The guy that looked like Ken and the girl that looked like Barbie, that had all those surgeries and stuff to actually look like them, and they surprisingly do. And that ain't funny, Heidi. Yeah, I gotta check my bags before flying. That ain't funny. But I think it's more of a thing to where people do want the attention. I don't know what it is or why. I can't really say. But from what I think is that it's more of a fact that people want the attention from others to themselves. And I must take a little step further from what you're saying now. I'm gonna talk about a couple of guys that I think I told you the story before. I'm not 100% sure if I did, but there's a guy that I know that literally said and told me that he bought a BMW just to get attention from women. And yeah, I think I did tell you the story. But, and to me, that's not a confident thing, because if you're confident in yourself, you could be driving a Pinto and people are gonna, want to hang out with you, chill with you, things like that. And I think that when it comes to this, excuse me, when it comes to this, I think a lot of people need to do a little soul searching. Now, before I continue, I want to ask you this. You mentioned about the real life Ken and Barbie. Did you see the one with the lady had so large breast implants that her nipples basically was a hole in her breast?
No.
Yep. I watched that a while ago. My wife was the one who showed me that. Her breasts was so huge. I mean, they were out there. They were fake breasts, of course, but they were out here, and her nipples was like this, and it was a hole, a black hole in there.
What?
Yes. Look it up. Look it up. I kid you not. Look it up. I forget the title because it was a while back, but look it up. And she didn't get those breast implants removed. And me and my wife both said she just wanted the attention, because she was getting attention everywhere she went. Everywhere she went. She loved that attention. And ain't nothing wrong. We all like attention. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just how you go about it, if that makes sense to you. And how you go about it on getting that attention, the things you're willing to do to harm yourself or harm others to get that attention. It's just that you gotta, I think what it is that if you're not confident in who you are as a person, then you're going to bring a bunch of negative atmosphere to yourself, in my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. So what I mean, like I said, I look jacked up. I'm not finna go do all this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I get talked about and teased even right now as an adult. Guess what? So who cares? You know what I'm saying? And I'm even trying to teach that to my little girl. I mean, I know she's young. She's only 8, but it's going to happen. It's life. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to like you. Everybody's not going to like you, excuse me, for what you look like or who you are as a person. Some people is going to be like, they're going to find something, I don't know, something. They could say your fingernail polish is chipped and talk about you that way or something. I don't know. They're going to find something.
Yeah, you're almost damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Somebody going to always, they're going to always find a reason to try to clown. Because if it ain't this person clowning you, like, for instance, Jay Bird is illiterate, so he trying to clown Kenneth for wanting to read more books, and I clown Kenneth for not reading enough books. So Kenneth can't win because he be out there simping too. So Kenneth just, he just taking L's from every angle. You know what I'm saying? I want Kenneth to win. I want to try to help him win, but he just, he's just taking L's from every direction though.
Yeah, I see that right there, Brandon. You talking about the piece of burger? Yep, me and my wife laughed at that. You know what I'm talking about. That's why you laughing. Yeah, that piece of burger. What I'm talking about.
It's been like cats and dogs. That fucking horse man.
That dude, that big old, was it green or purple, whatever, long eyebrow face. I mean, at least he was confident in who he is. Yeah. I give him that. He looked all jacked up and crazy, but at least he was confident in who he is. So, yeah, you're going to get people to talk about you regardless. But was he or was he not confident in who he was as a person? That's my whole thing right there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's ultimately what it's about. It's about how you feel on the inside. It's not about, what people think on the outside. Just like I say, we can sit here and talk about, people going and getting parts attached and silicone injections and fake calves and all that other stuff. Some people may just want the attention. They may not want the substance. They may just want to say, hey, as long as I can fake it till I make it. I can falsify the look. I know that there's I want to say it's either Brazilian or I want to say it's like a Brazilian guy or maybe one of those Eastern European countries. But this guy basically is just full of injections. It has no real muscle. Got fake muscles, fake biceps, fake triceps, fake everything. Well, only on the upper half. Legs looking skinny as shit. But the shit looks like breast. The fucking muscles look like balloons. It just looks, it don't even look natural. But the motherfucker got Instagram. That motherfucker be flexing like he really just Mr. Olympia or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, if you confident, if you happy in what you're doing, then I guess, you know, I can't knock it. It is what it is. But at the same time, I'm just saying, like, it's crazy the things that people will do to themselves. But if they happy with it, come on, Scotty, what do you want? You looking at me like you want to get up here. Scotty, you really getting on my nerves today. Every time I get on stream, you over here looking like you want a part of the action. Either you getting up here or you getting out of my face. You're going to catch this foot. But my thing is, Scotty just, I think he done got his little haircut. Now he trying to flex. He trying to get on camera and all of this, and he trying to show out, get attention and shit. But like I say, you know, Scotty, I don't know if it's cosmetics with Scotty. Are you confident, Scotty? Answer the question. But you know, but I think that, like, what you do is you have a lot of people who put the certain values on certain insecurities in their life, and I think that they feel like those things are fixed. You know, when they either get it surgically applied, or if, you know, like you said about, like, you having acne when you were younger, some people they'll apply a whole layer of makeup and they'll do all this shit to their eyes and do all this other shit to try to cover things up because it distracts away from that. But, you know, when it all comes down to it, though, that's just the top layer. It's still there, you know. And I think that if more people, and again, it comes down to your values, because I think people have a problem with comparing themselves with others. And I think that's the big issue. I mean, if you appreciate who you are for who you are, and fuck how everybody else feels about you, again, build that confidence in yourself. And if it may not be through your appearance, then, you know, build that confidence through your skills. Build that confidence through certain abilities that other people may not be able to achieve, or the masses can't have. I think that is a better way of filling that void. I guess some people, maybe it's a void for some people, because you look at those people, like you talk about the chick with the big old breasts. I seen one. Now, I don't know if it was the same one, but I remember she was up to like some K cups or something, and she was she was almost addicted just to want to keep getting bigger and keep getting bigger. Now, this was okay. This was a few years back when I had seen this, so I wasn't quite sure. But my thing is, I know that your life has to be inconvenienced by having these big, like, how do you drive with these big fucking water balloons on your fucking chest? Like, you know, how do you do normal things? You know, it's kind of the same way I wonder about people who be getting them super long ass fake fucking nails. Like, we talked about ass wiping last stream, but, you know, these motherfuckers go get these fucking long ass nails, and it's just like, how do you eat? How do you grasp it? Like, I saw one. It was this lady, and I can't remember, but I think hers were real. But basically, her children had to help her do normal everyday shit because she didn't want to cut her nails, because that's what got her attention. You know, I think that you have to find things that are more, what's the word? I don't know, substantive, or the word substantive, if that's a word. I might be making some up. I don't really know. But that has more substance in it, within, you know, not just, hey, look at this thing that does absolutely nothing. Look at my nails. Okay, well, what do those nails do? Nothing. They just there. Rasputin from Norbert drove like this. But my thing is, does Man Up know about the donkey? I don't know. Did we talk about the donkey? I think we did talk about the Colombian donkey adventures.
Yeah, you did. Please don't do that no more. Please. You gave me nightmares.
Oh, you gave me nightmares. But my thing is, you know, people have to find something that is worthwhile, because when you base your confidence on superficial things, I mean, there's really no merit. But again, in your mind, in people's mind, if they just have a superficial level of thinking, then to them that will suffice. You know, hey, if I look like this, I look like that, more people will like me. Not that I can do anything beneficial, not that I can improve society, not that I can be a benefit to others. Just the fact that I look like this, then, you know, I feel more worth than myself. And I could agree with you, man. You just kind of gotta take it how it is. Again, you know, yep. But some people just don't want to. I mean, now I can understand if there's a real issue, you know, and you want to have a semblance of normalcy. I can understand, you know, a cosmetic issue that, you know, if it makes you look a little awkward, if you just really something that just kind of stands out, and it can be repaired, you know, cosmetically. But it's the people who they're normally fine. Their breasts aren't as big as they want them to be, or they, Scotty, what do you want, man? Look, you done been going out too much, or they. Or they, you know, they ass ain't as big. They see somebody with a bigger ass than them, and so they go get injections and go do all this other stuff. Those are the things to me that it's what is the point? What is the purpose? And then what also happens is when you start looking awkward and you start looking thrown off, then those are the same ones who get mad because people are looking at them, pointing at them, saying shit about them. Well, you're the one that decided that you wanted to look like this. You're the one that decided that you wanted to stand out from the crowd. So you take everything that goes with it. They get upset because people don't look at them the same way.
Like, I'm laughing at Cass and her boo job right now. No. Oh, goodness.
You know, floss and fall over. My thing is this, though. It's just like you have people who, like I say, putting too much merit into this shit. And then, appreciate the love there.
Did you hear about Mac Miller's overdose? RIP. Also feel bad for Ariana Grande because they blame him for his death.
Yeah, I was reading his the donation from Ed Man. Appreciate that love, Ed Man. Basically, he was talking about Ariana Grande, or feeling bad for her because the guy that she was like, I didn't even know he was with her. They're blaming her for his death. I mean, shit. The man, you can't. How do you blame somebody else for a situation like that? You know, if he decided to overdose on whatever drug it was, and it's very unfortunate. And I don't know what it was on. I don't know if he was popping the Xanax. I don't know if he was sipping drink or whatever. I heard all kind of different shit. And a lot of the times you hear people throwing their input into shit and don't know what the fuck they be talking about. And like I say, man, I saw something about it on Twitter, man, and people are just sick. Like, I really, really just got to fall back off Twitter. Because again, when people are allowed to have opinions and those people are retarded, I have no better way to put it. People, again, another form of seeking attention. I'm going to say something outrageous just so somebody will pay attention to me, whether it's good or bad. At least, hey, people are acknowledging my existence. You know, I would like people like that to trip down a long flight of stairs. You know, a long flight. Just take a nice tumble. Think about your life as you fall over. Break an elbow or something, you know, so you can't get back on. It's just some people who really just say shit like, the ones that kill me is, I don't even know who this is, but whatever. If you don't know, why do you comment? Are you that much of a loser that you just have to comment on something? Because if I don't know about somebody, I don't know what's going on with them. I'm not finna comment on their life. I'm not finna say shit about it. Like, there's no point. But on this planet, we feel like that people feel like they just have to, a story's going on. Let me interject myself in there. I got to be a part of something. The same way, like I was saying with the people with the Nike, like, if you don't want to fuck with Nike, then don't fuck with Nike. Just, if you gonna throw your shit away, What's the point of posting all this shit and doing all this? Because they're giving away attention over here. Let me go get some of this attention real quick. If I do some stupid shit, people will pay attention. They'll talk about, maybe I'll become like, that's the world we live in. People are roaching for attention however they can get it, even if it's via cosmetics, via the social media, via whatever platform they can get it. You know, they are really out there just trying to do whatever they can. And that's the shit that bugs me. Like, and I'm just wondering, like, how pathetic are people really, you know? And these are the people that other people want to impress is other pathetic ass individuals. And that's why I say you just kind of have to have faith in yourself. You got to have your own level of confidence and say fuck most of these motherfuckers, because in reality, most people don't give a shit about you. You know, They looking what they can get from you. And again, they're not going to be happy whether you winning or losing. If you're losing, they're going to talk about you. Well, you're losing, you're doing this. If you're winning, they're going to say you cheated to win, or you don't deserve this, or it's people will always have something to say, no matter what. And even me sitting here talking about the inject the booties and all that other shit. If before she got a booty injected, it was flat like a pancake, I'd probably talk about a pancake butt. You get the fucking butt injection, I'd probably talk. People just going to talk, period, you know? And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to talk about just because. But I think there's a level of where you say, okay, well, you know, hey, I want to amplify my look a little bit, and then there's a point where you can get outrageous with it.
But see, that's what I was saying before we ended the last weekend. Like you were just saying, people are going to talk about you regardless. Mm-hmm. But when you get outrageous with it, that's when it's going to really get outrageous. Because like I said before, I've seen women that's not really sexually active, so let's not put that out there. right away. That's flat chested, flat butt, but they get all the attention from everybody because you could. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You can just tell the confidence in them. You can just feel it coming off of them. Like I said before, and I've mentioned this a million times before, and I mention it again. I mean, like with my wife, she doesn't wear makeup. She doesn't do all that fake stuff. She doesn't. But guess what? Well, I met her at work, and a bunch of guys were trying to get at her because you could feel the confidence in a person and knowing this is the type of person that I want. You know what I'm saying? Whether they had the right intentions or not, different story. But she wasn't one of those types that coming to work looking like a beauty queen. She came to work, did her job, went home. Yep. I seen that every day, and I was like, I like that. I like her style. See what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But then you got those that try to stand out. And like I said, it's okay to stand out, but it's just how you go about it. Like, I'm not finna sit here and like I said, you see the bags under my eyes. I'm not finna go and get no whatever they call those things, sticking the needles in your face to get rid of
Botox shit. Yeah,
Botox. I couldn't think of it for some reason, but yeah, Botox. I'm not finna do all that. Guess what? Oh well, it comes with age. Guess what? Like, I got this gray hair right here. I'm great. I'm not finna go dye my hair. So what? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting old, so what? That's part of life. You're young, you're middle age, and you're getting old. It is what it is. You know? So that's just how it goes. Heidi over here still making fun of my bags and my eyes. I see you, Heidi.
But I can't blame you, but
but yeah, it's the point that you can't sit here and like I said, it just all depends on how you go about things. You know what I'm saying? So when you're sitting here saying that I don't care what nobody think about me, blah blah blah, use a lie, because if you didn't, you wouldn't do the things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't care what nobody thinks about me. Yeah, there's a few people I care about what they think, yes. But to say nobody, that's a lie. Because we do care. Because if you didn't, like you just mentioned, you wouldn't go and that man wouldn't have tried to look like no Ken doll. These men wouldn't be going getting these fancy cars, these jewelry trying to put on a certain image to try to impress people. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't do these things. See what I'm saying? And with women, they wouldn't be trying to stand out with the, like you said, with the long ass nails, the big old breast, big old butt, and all that stuff. Because you're doing that because you. My personal opinion, I think, is self-confidence. I'm sorry, I'm not taking it any other way. It's self-confidence. Because if you was self-confident who you are, you wouldn't give a damn about what complete strangers really have to say about you or whatever. Because I think what it is that people will say, let's just say, for example, women would know this man is paying attention to this woman because she look a certain way, she has certain features, and then they'll go and try to look that way or have these certain features to try to get that attention, that same kind of attention. But if it's not you, you finna get the wrong kind of attention, not the attention you were seeking. You know what I'm saying? That you're trying to go out there and get, if that makes sense. Yeah. So for example, just to make it a little bit more clear, if you flat-chested, stay flat-chested. You know what I'm saying? If a man, you scrawny, you don't have no muscle definition, oh well, it's who you are. I'm not very muscular, but oh well. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's me, and I'm cool with me. And just like I said before in the last video, I have a little bit of gut. You finna tell some woman, lose your gut? Hell no. She might tell me the same damn thing. So it's like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? You or you. And I see Ken and Cole say, get in the gym if you want to change that. But it you or you. And you are you for a reason. You know, you put on this earth to be who you are. Not to be like this person or have a body like that person or have a face like that person or to act like that person or talk like that person, whatever. No, you are you. So whenever someone else is sitting here, excuse me, sorry. Whenever someone else is sitting here doing a certain thing, let them. That's their life. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? This person might be struggling to do whatever. We just see each other, you know what I'm saying, when we out and about or on TV, whatever. You don't know what's going on when the cameras are off, when the lights are turned off. You know what I'm saying? They can be crying because they don't like who they are on the inside. They just putting up this front, and now they feel like they have to keep it up. See what I'm saying? So that's why I say, whoever you are, that's who you are. Don't change it. See? And I think we as people on this earth have gotten away from that.
I could agree with that. We definitely, we definitely, like I said, we're going to appreciate the frivolous. I mean, and we stopped caring for one another. We don't, again, like I said, we look for the superficial as a whole. And like I said, how you say it, we never know what's going on behind closed door. Like referring back to old buddy, I saw somebody say that the reason he killed himself because he broke up with old gal. That's a confidence issue. Because you feel like, oh, I can't go on without this person, because you lack the substance within yourself to be able to say, hey, you know what? Well, you know, it was nice while it lasted. You know, there's other people out there in the world for me, and hopefully, you know, it may take me a little time to get adjusted, but chat shame. It takes me a little time to get adjusted, but you know, things will work out again, instead of just saying, you know, well, I'm gonna do a bunch of drugs and I'm gonna fall off. Now I saw Kenneth say something. Not Kenneth. Heidi, and I don't know how I got those two mixed up. That's very odd. Maybe I was thinking of Klein Dentist and Kenneth. But I saw Heidi say something about, you know, the abuse angle, the abuse factor. Now, I do believe that some people are abused, and some people who, you know, have been, and it's not just physical abuse, mental abuse too, and have been told that they are less than, that they won't be. And again, you know, kids can be cruel if you don't fit a certain status quo. And I think that kind of goes back onto the parents. If you don't take the time to pump up your children, not to pump them up, but at least build that confidence in them. And that confidence also comes from, again, developing skills, not just saying, you know, oh, I love you and this, that, and the third. You got to help them, you know, develop talents and abilities so that they know that they have abilities that matter, and teach them the merits and the true values. But I could agree with that some people feel like, I'm gonna fix this up and I'm gonna fix that up, and especially if you have the chicks in school who were flat-chested and guys made fun of them, you know, just because they were doing too much and the tissue fell out their bra. I'm not saying that's a true story, but it's a true story. But, you know, I think that those things can be an issue. But at the same time, too, I don't think that's always the case. I think that could be a significant number of cases. I wouldn't say it's half of them. I don't know if it is or isn't. But then I think you have a lot of motherfuckers who are envious also. Well, look at her. She's getting all this attention because she has these features. And if I had those features, I'd be all this and I'd be all that. Because envy and women go hand in hand, like Jack and Jill up the damn hill. And so I think that can be a lot of it. There's a lot of dudes out there too who have female qualities and they are envious too. Well, I'm not going to hit the gym and do some calf raises. I'm not going to hit the gym and do some leg presses. I'm just going to go to the doctor and get injected with some fucking Jello in my calves and say that I've been working out or doing some dumb shit like that. Because here's the thing, man. I know several women. I know not several. Well, I know a few women who have gone and gotten various surgeries, be it lap bands or whatever it may be. And this is why I say to me it's a cover up, because instead of being honest, I know one broad, she went and got like a tummy tuck or whatever it's called, and a boob job. And then all of a sudden she's a gym rat. All of a sudden, you know, got people thinking, oh, she worked it all off, and you know, that she put in the work to get that frame, when, you know, those who don't know that absolutely wasn't true. I know the same as a chick who went and got a fucking a lap band surgery, the same thing, you know, telling people, oh, she be in the gym and do all this, that, and the third. Never did any of those things. You know what I mean? And people they're more than happy and willing to accept the praise from people saying, oh, you know, hey, you must have put in a lot of work and did all this. And they'll sit there and be like, yeah, oh yeah, you know this. And to me, I think that is trash. I think that, you know, having that type of mind frame, and to me, that's that false confidence, because you're willing to stand on merits that you really did not achieve. And again, knowing the motivation behind some of these people, it was envy. It wasn't like they were abused. They didn't really have those type of issues, come from, you know, decent families or whatever else it may be, and having all kind of things going well for them in their lives, but they weren't satisfied with their physical appearance. And so, oh y'all look good. That's some mixer gang shit. Ass ripping Cushington, man. Look. Stay away from Taco Bell. But my thing is, of girls I've known close 100% sexual abuse admission, and I'm sure, like I say, it may be a different experience with different people. But I'm just sitting here. I know the American mind frame is. We see all these things on TV. We see all these celebrities. And again, it becomes envy. Well, if I just do this, so somebody said I kind of look like this celebrity. So maybe if I tweak this and I get a little bit of this, I'll get some more attention. And again, I blame it on thirsty ass men. I blame it on thirsty ass women too, because the women who go and do this stuff, they're just as thirsty, but you'll have the bitch who be posting half naked pictures on this, be fresh out the shower and doing all this other cleavage pictures and all these other photos. And then, when they get this attention, but it may not be attention from the men that they want. Next thing you know, oh, they thirsty. Why men so thirsty? Well, shit, why you up there posing like a drink then? If niggas is thirsty, you the one trying to be drunk on whatever it is. But my thing is, I think it could be a lot of factors that go into it. And if you just never know, you never know. But again, talking about building up that confidence from young and what do you think? I mean, we can talk about the problem, but what do you think would be a valid solution to for people who are maybe before they go get the surgeries, maybe before they're covering, or the people who are already covering their faces up every day with all the clown makeup and shit like that? What would you think would be a valid reasoning or a valid solution to help these people kind of stray away from these tendencies?
Well, my thing is put it in your head first. And now I'm going to say this here. It could be a couple of different solutions. One, hang around those that are confident in themselves, that don't do all that. Like I said, my wife doesn't. Hang around people like that don't. And it'll rub off on you. It will. And then, two, just know, look, I am the way I am for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, you said, you're right. We can go on and on and on about that people are doing it. But to my personal opinion, I think people need to understand this. In order to stop this, yeah, that person, like you were saying, yeah, we might see somebody on TV or whatnot. But understand this, that person looks the way they look for whatever reason. That's how they were born, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then also, too, know this here. You were born a certain way. Use what you got to your advantage. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way, and I don't mean that to go out there and do some crazy nonsense. No. What I'm saying is this. That person might have some big breasts, or big butt, or he might be muscular, or he might have a lot of money trying to flash it. But guess what? What do they really like? Just think about that. That's why I say use your head sometimes. Think about that part. Yeah, I know we do kind of get consumed on what we see, but don't really get consumed on what we don't see. And sometimes what we don't see is the most important thing, or what we don't hear or speak about, whatever, is the most important thing. And to clarify that, what I mean is this. Like I said before, you don't know what's going behind closed doors. So, yeah, that person might be beautiful, just drop dead gorgeous. Or it might be the handsomest man you ever seen in your life. But when this man go home or this woman go home, sit and think, do they really like all this attention they're getting? Do they really feel full of themselves that they have to put on this here front for who they are? If I'm making sense to you, sit and think. Like I said, it comes from within. I can say it could be taught from you, from your friends or your family or whatever. Because like I said before, almost every day I'm telling my daughter, you are beautiful the way you are. Do not change nothing about yourself. Yeah, she's only 8. She might not fully understand what I'm saying, but I'm preaching that in her head so that way she'll know when she gets older, she's going to remember these words that came from her dad. And when she gets older, she starts experiencing more and more things. Then she'll look back and be like, okay, I see what my dad was talking about. So I'm saying, so I think what it is surround yourself with those that are more confident in themselves. For example, we've been sitting here talking about women getting boob job and the ass implants and all that stuff. But then you got some that gets the attention that don't have the big old breast and big old butt. I mean, look at Beyonce and Jennifer Lopez. They don't have big old titties and big old asses, but they get a lot of attention.
I don't know, man. J-Lo do got she was known for that booty. That I don't know if she still got it. That used to be the thing. Now it wasn't outstanding and outrageous like what we expect now. But back then, before they started allowing that thick thing to be a thing, everybody was, oh, J-Lo ass. You seen J-Lo? Oh, J-Lo got that booty. I was like, man, I've seen better. It's adequate. It'll do.
But it was more of a point that she was confident who she is. Now, I have heard that she gotten injections. I have heard that before. But like you just said, it's not all out there like you see today. So I don't know if that's really true or not. I'm just using that example because I don't know if that's really true. That's why I'm using that example. But just saying, like, well, let's put it like this. Let's just take Beyonce. We haven't heard anything about her getting this stuff. And guess what? She gets a lot of attention from guys, even other girls. So it's just a point, like I said, if you're confident in who you are, like I said, you should just surround yourself. If you're feeling, and we all sometimes feel a little unconfident in ourselves. That's just how it goes. You're a human. You're going to feel that way sometimes. But if you feel like that, surround yourself about those that are positive in all kinds of directions, all kinds of ways. And trust me, you will see the confidence that was all of a sudden just start leaking towards you. That it'll spill from them into your cup, if that makes sense. Matter of fact, it'll spill out of HonchoSaucy cup into my sauce cup. Hey.
That's what I'm talking about right there. The livest cup in the land. I appreciate that. Man, but it was something that you're talking about as far as, you said, that you're instilling that in your daughter daily. And I saw Broderick kind of mention the thing that is, it is a father's job to do that. And I agree with that. Like I say, I make sure to try to instill. I tell y'all, I am attached to a single mother. And I tell y'all about, when you are involved with a single mother, and they're technically not single because she's mine now, but you have to embrace that child. You embrace them also like your own. And that's I feel like is a responsibility to try to instill confidence in various forms in my own right. But something I saw that kind of bothered me the other day, and it was a chick, and she posted, I want to say it was on Twitter or something like that. And to me, it almost defeated the purpose, because what it was she posted a picture of her daughter, and she's like, well, sent my daughter to school today. She was happy about her new hairstyle, and she came home upset and wanting to change it because the kids at school were making fun of it. Could somebody please like this picture so that she'll be happy about it again? And the thing it went viral. It got all kind of likes, and she was just like, oh yeah, oh, I thank all y'all for this, that, and the third. But I think what she did was ignorant. It was stupid, because what you're teaching your kid is to validate the opinions of others. First, you're basically telling, oh, don't worry about all them people who said it didn't look good. But now, listen to all the people who are smothering you with compliments and telling you all this other good shit. Because I think that's a bad look for the long run. Because once she gets a little older, she gets involved with members of the opposite sex. Nowadays, same sex, who the fuck knows? She's going to gravitate to anybody who's telling her anything good, and it may not be meaningful. It may not really be honest. So what she needs to be teaching her is, hey, the people on the internet don't fucking matter. The people at school don't fucking matter. If you said that you liked that hairstyle and you were happy about it, you need to be confident in yourself. Don't worry about these fucking strangers who you don't fucking know. Don't worry about these motherfuckers who you do know who just hating on you because they can't replicate what you can. And to me, like, that's why I say it's just, you got to do better than that. And I don't think she was thinking, instead of, like I say, so to me, I think she actually made the problem much worse than helping out, because now you're going to take anybody who's sugarcoating anything to you, you're going to gravitate towards that, and you'll be easily fooled in that fashion.
Well, see, I get what you're saying on that too. And yeah, Wise is right. Oh, thanks Wise for the company on the rocket shirts. Hey, yeah, like the stream, everybody. But I see what you're saying on that. And I kind of see a little, just a smidget, what mom was coming from on that. I know I get, and what I mean by that is, I see she was just trying to make her daughter feel better. And but I do agree with you on what you're saying. Went about it the wrong way. Because you are right. It is like little kids. Yeah, it is the parents' job to let that child know that they are beautiful. They're the best thing ever since sliced bread. Keep that confidence in their head to where, excuse me, when they get older, yeah, people are gonna make fun of you no matter what. I get teased all the time, and I got a bald head. So what? Yeah. My wife even tease me about my beard sometimes. She calls me a billy goat. I'm not gonna shave it. My own wife teases me. My daughter sometimes, she'll sit in my lap and she'll look at me, she'll start pulling on it. Guess what? Oh well. You know what I'm saying? It comes from within. Like I said, you either learn it as a young child or you start developing it as you get older. Because you're gonna understand people can take your emotions and just sling it each and every way possible kind of direction. And if you do that, you're gonna be a nervous wreck growing up. You know left from right when you get older. And that's what I'm trying to teach my daughter right now as she's young. And I think a lot of parents need to do that. Look, just because you got some kind of flaw or whatever, I don't know, whatever it may be, your hair ain't looking right, or you got some ketchup in your eye, I don't know, whatever. It's going to be, you silly, Honcho. It's going to be some people that's going to like the way you look with the ketchup in your eye. And there's going to be some people that hate the way you look when your face is sparkling clean, you got lotion on. It's going to be something. So that's why I say when I never really understood that, why people would just all of a sudden just want to do what everybody else is doing because they see this is what the world likes. So I'm gonna look this way. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna act like this. Blah blah blah. Like I just told you, people make fun of me all the time, even to this day, and I'm a grown ass man. But what? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, right now, I'm gonna give you another one. As you might know, yeah, I eat a lot of cookies. Guess what? I have bad teeth. My wife, every time she teases me, she calls me Mr. One Tooth. So, it is what it is. I'm confident who I am. Yeah, I got a few missing teeth because I eat a lot of sweets, a lot of cookies. But so what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident who I am. Exactly. Guess what? Unless I have to, I'm not finna go get any dentures or any partials or anything. So what? You see what I'm saying? So it is. You know what I'm saying? So I see what the mom was doing in that point, but I do agree with you. She went about it the wrong way. There's gonna be some people that don't like what you like, and that's why I try to teach my daughter as well too. I try to use that for example because I have a good friend here who's a New York Giants fan, and I tell her all the time. I say, look, now everybody's gonna like what you like. I say, look at Daddy's friend. I say, what's his favorite football team? She'll say it. New York Giants. I say, what's Daddy's favorite team? She'll say Houston, Texas. I say, and we still good friends, right? Yeah. She'll say, yeah. I say, that's the point. Not everybody's going to like what you like. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And like I said, I know she's young. She's not fully understanding everything, but she's getting there. Just as long as you keep that in your mind, or if you're teaching your kids, keep that in your kids' mind, that not everybody's going to sit here and like at what everything you do or say or whatever. You're going to understand that one day when you get older, it doesn't matter. Because I get back on with the cosmetic makeup and stuff. I like to call it war paint. That's just me personally. That's just me. I call it war paint because you're putting all that in your face for what? To hide your identity, just like they do when they out in war. They put all that stuff on their face to hide themselves. But if you was confident in yourself, you wouldn't even put that crap on your face. So what? You got a few little blemishes here and there, and not everybody's smooth skin. Or just because you see these girls on TV or whatever, and so what? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch. You probably can't see them now, but I got razor bumps under here. So what? Who cares? I mean, the only reason why I try to get rid of them because them damn things hurt sometimes. But you know,
see, what I think they need to start doing is they need to start going down to the projects and go look at some of them old gorilla back bitches and just notice that they got a trail of little chimpanzees following them. They might have one in a stroller. Somebody fucking with them bras, and they be looking like who did it and why. And if they can get some action, you can get some action. And be satisfied with it.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Quit looking up, start looking parallel and looking down and say, you know what? That motherfucker doing all right. I think I'm okay with myself. Instead of trying to, motherfuckers be too worried about trying to compete with the Joneses, don't realize what the Joneses is really out there doing. Like I say, you just gotta quit selling yourself to wolf tickets. That's why. Now Dominic said something earlier, real quick. I wanted to address, talk about can I choose a side? Say, don't listen to what people think, but I think bullying is okay. What does that have to do with one of the? My thing is this: the reason why I say bullying is okay is because people when you encounter a bully, that's just a task, especially as a child, is an obstacle in life. Now, if somebody bringing a motherfucking knife to school to cut your ass up, that ain't a bully. That's a fucking criminal. That's a whole different stuff. But if it's somebody just cracking jokes on you and you can't take some jokes, or people laughing at you or making fun of you and you can't figure out how to overcome that, that's not a reason to justify shooting up a school. That's not a reason to justify doing anything, because that means you're the weak one. That has nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get over somebody learn how to roast back, crack jokes back, fucking find a weakness in them. Usually because if a person is bullying you, it's because they have a weakness that they're trying to cover up. And all you got to do is figure out what that is and get on their ass. If it's a physical situation, guess what? Learn how to fight. Get them up off you one time. You'll never have that problem ever again. And it builds confidence for you for the rest of your life. So that's what I'm saying. I don't validate, oh, well, let's just go in here. We'll all save everybody and we're going to get Toro and Toro's going to bully the bullies and get them. I don't believe in all that shit. Like, you got to have a little bit of something. You got to have some challenges in life. And that's the problem with this generation is they want somebody to come in, swoop in here. I went to school today. Can I have a trophy? Somebody's bullying me. Can somebody come save me? Because here's the deal. In life, guess what? It's billions of people on this planet. Everybody got fucking problems. And so if you worried about somebody else coming in to swoop in and save you from your problems, you're going to be in for a long fight, or you're going to be one of the people that end up cutting your days short, because it ain't going to happen, man. Because the thing is, if you don't build that confidence young, then I mean, shit, I'm not going to say you'll never get it. I mean, there's ways of developing it. But if you have an issue with, again, like somebody just using words to crack jokes on you, and words make you fold up and act a certain way, did you got bigger issues than that. And like I said, that's just something you need to learn how to overcome. And I think that's a challenge, an easy challenge to get over. So there's that. I saw the AJ situation about the transistor radios on his phone during the thing. I think that's what we got to say. We got to be careful what we say on the YouTube now. But the tranny porn on his phone, I saw that on this show. But they said that boy Young Buck got caught fucking with a tranny or some shit like that. So there's I mean, it might be a thing that's going on, you know. But that's funny though, because somebody was talking about that, and this definitely digressing a bit. But when you look at the music industry and the entertainment industry, because we're talking about bullies, I guess, and you talking about the Me Too and Hollywood shit. Do you realize how, you know, everyday society, they portray, you know, masculinity as a thing, and they're like, you know, I don't know if life imitates art or art imitates life. Sometimes it's vice versa. But when it comes to the entertainment industry, you realize the higher up it gets, the softer motherfuckers are. You know what I'm saying? It's not about who's a real man's man that is really running some shit in Hollywood, or running some shit in the entertainment industry, period, be it music, be it, you know, again, movies. Who's probably the most popular? I mean, just if I just throw this out there, what let's say black man that comes to your head first with the most power that you would say right now in Hollywood, what name comes to your mind first?
Eddie Murphy.
Okay, Eddie. Well, Eddie, you know, they said Eddie got caught with the goddamn tranny, so I don't know about him either. But I think of Tyler Perry. He don't come across as masculine, nothing. You know what I'm saying? He comes off his whole deal is based off dressing like an old black woman. I don't know how many old black women didn't lost work because of Tyler Perry. Goddamn, you know, look, it's some y'all talking about y'all ain't getting equal pay out there in Hollywood. Blame Tyler Perry. Goddamn it. Yeah, fuck Nicki and Cardi B. Both of them hoes both suffering from what we talking about, cosmetic lack of confidence.
That's why I was just going to get to that. I saw that comment. I was just going to get to that. And speaking of that, I saw a video on YouTube by Ballot TV, whatever it's called.
Vlad TV. Yeah.
I might be saying it wrong, but yeah. They talked about it, and she explained why she did it. She explained exactly what we've been talking about. She said while she was at a strip club, she noticed women with the big butts and big breasts were getting more money, getting more attention. And she said she knows she's flat, she's not big breasts and big butt because all the women in her family don't have that. Yeah. But she said she went and got the surgery just for that, and then she started getting more money. And then they showed a part 2 of that, and she said how she regrets getting it because how a lot of people right now are treating her because she got it. And that's exactly what we were just talking about. People getting these fake implants, or some people want to say Nicki Minaj. Well, Nicki Minaj's butt is not fake because she got fat transferred from other places to her butt. However you want to put it, guess what? She wasn't born that way. She didn't grow up with a big old breast and big old butt. Well, I don't know about the breast because people don't talk about that. But she didn't grow up like that. She was kind of flat-assed. Yeah. Guess what? You still went under the knife, had something done to your body that wasn't natural.
Exactly.
I think, my personal opinion, like Honcho said a little bit earlier, leave the cosmetic alone for those who are born with some kind of dysfunction. I don't know the exact terminology, but, you know, some kind of facial feature that needs surgeries to get fixed. Put it like that. Or those that got caught up in a house fire, car fire, whatever, and they got burned and they need the plastic surgery to, you know, to try to bring them back or whatever. You know, if I'm saying it right, I know I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But, you know, things like that. You know, and how to say medical term freaks. Okay. But I wouldn't say that. But but it's just saying that leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? For those that really need it. It's like people that's calling 911 just because they got their feelings hurt. All this crazy nonsense on why people calling 911 these days. Mm-hmm. Leave 911 alone for those that really need it. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point to where we as people on this earth has gotten to the point to where we care about what that person thinks or says about me or blah, blah, blah. Like I just said before, hey, guess what? My wife calls me a billy goat with my beard. Guess what? I ain't shaved it. I ain't shaving it. You know what I'm saying? She's confident who she is. And guess what? She gotten several hairstyles that I said I didn't like. Guess what? She kept it. Mm-hmm. Time to get another one. Guess what? You confident who you are and what you do. That will impress the hell out of everybody right there. That will impress everybody more than you getting big old titties and big old butt. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when you seeing that, I already know what it is. People are not going to admit it, but I already know what it is. You're looking at this person, you see they're getting the attention, they're getting all the men, all the women, blah, 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 and you want to do that. So, but you don't know what it's like, you know what I'm saying, when no eyes are on them. When nobody's paying attention to them. You don't know what it's like. So that's the reason why I say, guess what? Confidence will beat that to the fullest. And another reason why I want this topic, like we were talking about last weekend, is because I think we need to stop that, because when you're going under the knife, anything can happen to you. Like I said last time, anything can happen to you. Why even take that chance? Yeah, you can be successful to have a long, healthy life. But there is a chance that something will go wrong. So why take that chance? You see what I'm saying? I don't even want to. I've had surgery on me before to repair some stuff in my knees and my back and stuff like that before. I didn't even want to do that because I was scared. but that's something I needed to have done. Getting breast implants and butt implants and all these injections and stuff. And like you said, the guy with the fake muscles and stuff over there flexing like he really did something. I got to speak that one.
So I'm gonna find it for you. Oh, speaking of that, I saw the video, the one you sent me with the. Oh man, I had to talk about that real quick. Old buddy, old gal jumping the long jump and the wig coming off. Boy, she looked like she lost all her training. Good grief. That's something we got to talk about. I mean, I didn't catch the second. I need to watch that other one, but that's something we got to discuss, man. And we'll crack the Kush line open here in a second too, just in case y'all. You know, we'll open it up for the. Let me open it up for y'all. And
why you doing that? Did you see after the long jump and she was looking around like she was so embarrassed? That man that was, I think he was holding a flag. He was holding something. Yeah. He turned his head. He was laughing his butt off at that woman. Did you see that part?
No, I didn't catch it. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. But I just seen her looking like she just was in a whole new world or something, looking like Little Mermaid when she came up to the surface, like she ain't know what was going on. I was just like, wow. Just all the talent fell off with the wig or something. She just looked like she was just like her whole soul was hurt. She looked happy like about a little jump, and then when she saw that wig came, she looked like a fucking dog that got in trouble or some shit. You know, I mean, come on, man. It's not that serious. And again, that's what I'm saying. The confidence that, and what kills me, it be them same motherfuckers with the fakest of attachments be the main ones trying to talk a little shit. But once that shit come off, them motherfuckers hide like roaches when the lights come on, man. They're trying to skull. I remember seeing one, it was a chick, I guess they was dancing at a party or something, and they was kind of had their own little section. That they was dancing, the little wig came off, and she felt it came off. She ran off into the nearest little corner. The other chick kept on dancing, then gonna try to dance on top of the wig, and then scooted up under her dress, and then go try to go take it to her. I saw one. This one was the funniest one to me. You know them Jamaicans, they don't be giving a fuck. They be doing that dance hall. They call it that daggering.
They be going wild with that shit.
Man, this dude, he was doing all this little shit. You know, he got all into it, and she was feeling herself. And then about midway through the song, he reached over, he grabbed that shit up off her head. He held it up like who used to do that one on Mortal Kombat when they used to rip the head out? Was that who used to do rip the head off? Wasn't Sub-Zero? Who used to do that one? Whichever fatality, but it looked like a fatality because he was just holding the wig up in the middle of the party. Part of music stopped, DJ scratched him, oh shit, and then everybody started laughing, and she did, and it took off. She done ran off. She don't want to come out. Her friend was trying to get the wig back from. I'm like, it's so serious that the friends are infected by the disease. You know what I'm saying? Like they trying to help fix it. Like it's like, come on, man, why put yourself in that situation if you know it's that bad? Why don't you grow your own shit? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying before. It's like with the video I sent you. The first one where the lady was doing the hurdles, she fell, and when she hit the ground, that wig went from here to here. Yeah. And it was hanging on her head by a thread. You can see it was just a flopping like that. You'll see it.
I'm about to go back and check that one out. Man.
It was the thing to where you know what you are doing. What you finna get ready to do. You don't have the whereabouts, the mind frame to say, I'm finna do this kind of activity. Let me not put this shit on my head.
Exactly.
That kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the confidence thing. It's like you don't have that mind frame to say this wig or weave extensions or whatever might come out my head.
Oh, I apologize. Somebody called in on the sauce slide. I missed it. I didn't have the right. I'll be forgetting. I have to swap up the ear gear. So if you had called in on the sauce line, feel free to call back, and we'll make sure to take your call. I apologize for that. I apologize sincerely. But yeah, you were saying if you don't have the mind state to prepare yourself for that, you were saying.
Yeah, I lost train of thought. But yeah, if you don't have the mind state, look, okay, just go ahead and get back. Just go ahead and be more specific what I'm saying. Just like you were saying when you I sent you the video, you watched it, you said you was laughing. I mean, I thought it was funny too. I'm not gonna lie. But
hold on 1 second. We got somebody calling in here.
Go ahead.
All right. Who we got calling in on the Kush line this evening? Hold on.
What is good, Honcho, and what is good, Man Up? This is Dr. Rabbit.
What's good, Mr. Dr. Rabbit? Mr. Rabbit. Let me see if I have a little audio difficulties. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
There we go.
But I wanted to address my opinion on the Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj situation.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the Mirage versus the B?
First off, can I just explain how hilarious it is when two brainless people go at it?
Yeah, talk about that, because I find both of them to be extremely purposeless and ignorant.
Okay, so I'm looking at the article right now, and it says that Cardi B gets lump on head and attacks Nicki Minaj. So apparently, I don't know. The other creature of pussies, and yeah, I'm gonna read it right now. Cardi has declared full-on war, tweeting to Nicki, "I got a lot of shit." Cardi B speak English, man.
Man, look, you asking for a lot. If you expecting Cardi B to contribute some type of intelligible statement to society,
stop you right there.
You're hoping
Let me stop you right there. She doesn't deserve to be called Cardi B. She deserves to be called a creature. That's what we're going to call her from now on. We're going to call her creature.
Okay.
So if it came down to it, Dr. Rabbit, and I mean you had a gun to your head and you had to pick a side, are you team Nicki or are you team Cardi? Or team creature?
Here's my question. Does the gun have a bullet?
The gun has a full clip.
You might as well use it.
I see somebody else did take that bullet.
I ain't taking a side on that, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a lose-lose either way, man. It's a lose-lose.
Lose situation, man. Also, it is kind of sad. It is kind of sad what happened to Mac Miller with like the drug overdose. Even though I didn't really listen to him, it still kind of saddens me a little bit when any musician dies from a drug overdose, because yes, they are a musician and they have talent, but it can also come with an addiction, and a lot of them don't really survive from it. And I said it earlier on Instagram. Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots was one of them, and Falco, hashtag Rock Me Amadeus, was one of them as well.
I got a question for you. Who are you more upset by in the recent deaths that have happened within the last couple of days? Burt Reynolds or Mac Miller?
I'd say Burt Reynolds, mainly because damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's the mustache. It's got to be the mustache.
I would just say Burt. I would just say Burt Reynolds, mainly because of what he did.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a bit, Dr. Rabbit, man. I'm gonna hang up with you, but I appreciate you calling. We're gonna talk about that Nicki and other situation briefly here, because it does fall in line with what we were discussing. But I appreciate you calling in on that one. Thank you.
And then,
well, I didn't get to finish that. It's your conscience on the phone, Jay Bird. I didn't get to finish my joke before I answered that. But like I say, between the both of them, I mean, the thing about Nicki and Cardi B is that they're one and the same. They're both physically altered people who are not original. They have people who write their lyrics for them because they don't necessarily make music. They rap. They have people who basically they're actors on beat because they don't create anything. They're purely actors and they just read a script and they perform it. Nicki Minaj has this whole crew. I mean, but because she's just so, there's so many people I feel like that are insecure with themselves. They have, I don't know if you're familiar with the term stans, but a stan is a person who's just basically blindly obsessed with an artist or whatever.
Yep.
Nicki Minaj has some of the worst. Like Beyonce got some bad ones. Nicki Minaj has some bad ones, and it's crazy because it's these women that are in love with these other women's pussy for some reason, and they worried about everything that they got going and everything that they're doing instead of worried about them fucking selves. They live vicariously through these other women, and I don't see how people. Period. You know, there's men who do the same thing. I don't see how people find satisfaction in life by doing shit like that. That's always bothered me, but you know. Like I seen it with Nicki Minaj, like I said, and what I've been telling people is that as of late, she's mentally unstable. Okay, and people don't realize that. She was upset because of the Travis Scott situation because his album did better than hers. She canceled her tour. She's mad because you know the Cardi B chick is getting more attention overall. I mean, just she's been doing little shit. She started beefing with the ex-boyfriend on the radio just to have some, like, just been doing a lot of shit to generate more attention because I guess maybe she's not feeling like she's getting the attention she was so used to since the Cardi B person has come into the picture. Deshaun Watson, that's a whole nother thing. He has talent, goddammit. You watch yourself, Heidi. You watch your goddamn self. But, you know, the thing is, like I say, she maybe because she was for a while, she was the only somewhat appreciated, I guess, by somebody, female rapper in the game. You know, you had the little Kim beef. Any other females do anything like, she's a chick who she can't give credit to any other woman doing it. I don't know if she's ever collaborated. I don't even know if she's ever done anything with another, because she's one of them bitches that she just needs all the attention. When you get this with a lot of women, because women are extremely catty. They don't, you know, they always talk about, oh, it's men holding the women down. Women don't want to lift each other up. Women don't want to help each other. They want to be the main one getting all the fucking attention. And you see that directly on a big stage. We're talking about millions and millions of people, and you can't share the spotlight a little bit. Somebody's doing a little bit more than you. Somebody's getting a little bit of attention that you weren't getting. So now you doing any and everything you possibly can to get some shine. Well, she can't say shit about Beyonce because Beyonce's bigger than she'll ever be. So she's doing that to roach some of Beyonce's light. That's not like, she's not going to help out somebody smaller than her or somebody she would perceive to be smaller. Because I think her and whatchamacallit did a song together, but then ever since they did that song and they said that she went back and had to get another verse to put on there and all that other shit with Cardi B, she's been beefing with her ever since. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing, is just like I say, it's crazy, man. It's really ridiculous just the way that some of these women act with each other. You know, it's so few of y'all. Y'all would think that y'all would be helping each other. All this girl power, all this woman power, let's, you know, hashtag Me Too and all this other shit. You know, but then they don't reach out to help each other out.
I said those same exact words to my wife. You'll be quick to see women say they'll support other women. They'll be, you know, they'll help other women, lift them up, blah, blah, blah. You see all these different stores with like women that was in an abusive relationship, you know, they can go to get them a nice outfit to go job hunting, blah, blah, blah. But then they'll be the first ones that'll talk crap about them. Mm-hmm. But then get mad if a man have something to say. I've said it to my wife a billion times, and it's refreshing to hear someone else say the same exact thing that I just said. You have those same ones. I can't explain it. I can't say it no better than that. I've said that so many times. It's like that's such a hypocrite right there. You be the first one to sit here and say, like that show that's finna come on right now, Black Girls Rock. Yeah. But then you see some of those same women that be talking crap about other women. Well, like, wait a minute, hold on. And like you just said, all this uplifting spirit, this Me Too movement, this. Let me help this woman out because she needs help. All this stuff. It's like, wait a minute. Now, all that's fine and dandy. Don't get me wrong, it is. But you're a hypocrite with it because then soon as one of them pisses you off, you ready to flip that script completely, turn it around, and go from help to hurting them. You know, like, wait a minute. It kind of speaking of that too, my mom always told me, if you having problems with everyone, then it ain't everyone, it's you. And I'm saying that to say this here because you just mentioned a couple of people that Nicki Minaj having problems with. But you didn't mention Remy Ma.
Yeah.
So, and what I'm saying that is this here. If you have a problem with Remy Ma, Lil Kim, Cardi B, and then Mariah Carey, what's that other singer that Kanye West interrupted that day? What's her name?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, you have a problem with her. You have a problem with a whole bunch of different females. But like I said, my mom always told me, if everywhere you go there's a problem, then maybe it's you. But a lot of women don't like to admit that they're the problem.
No.
That feels good to hear someone that say that. Women do not like to admit these things. They like to say, "Oh, that ain't me, it's you."
Yeah.
No, it's you too. It might be that person, but then it's you too, because it's like, I don't know how to phrase this, but it's like every time you say something to a woman, they'll say, "Oh, that person need to do this. They need to change their attitude." What do you need? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It ain't just something you do. So I'm sorry. I know I kind of changed the subject there, but
it's valid. It's valid. It's definitely you too. Because again, like I say, hold on. Okay, we got another call coming in here. Hold on. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Kush line this evening?
It's Edman.
Edman, what kind of smoke you want to blow on the Kush line tonight? Glad to have you calling.
Oh, well, it was a question for Man Up. I just wanted to get his thoughts on why women are becoming more controlling in relationships nowadays. I've noticed that many of them are actually more abusive in a relationship than men are. So I just wanted to get the thoughts of Man Up.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Appreciate you calling, man. Maybe we'll get his thoughts on that one. Appreciate you calling.
I bet.
Good. So why are women more controlling, Mr. Man Up? Do you have any thoughts on that? That's interesting.
That's good because it's mighty funny. Now, just a couple days ago, me and my wife were talking about that, and I see it two ways. And let me explain. Let me try to explain exactly what I mean on both of those. One, the first way, I can see because men these days are coming little punks, little bitches, if you want to say. So of course, women are stepping up to secure themselves and stuff like that. So I can see it as a good thing, and I can see it as a bad thing. And another reason why I think women are controlling is because I believe it's because women feel like no matter what, everything is going to go their way, so they don't care what you say, what you do. For example, they want you out the house. They can call the police, tell them you hit them, knowing damn well you in another city right now, and they'll come and arrest you. See what I'm saying? So their way makes sense to you. So that's why another reason why I think they're controlling, because they know they can be, and there's no repercussion for it. So it can go both ways, and I see it both ways as a good and a bad thing. And then another thing, Ed, man, and then another thing, Ed, man, is that, so I'll read the comments there, is that I think another reason why a lot of women are controlling as well, too, is because I think that people are putting in their heads that they're the alpha male when they're not the alpha male, if that makes sense to you. It's like these days people don't know their place in a relationship or in the world, period. So people, like you saw a young jock in a dress, you know what I'm saying, talking about he trying to promote himself and stuff like that. He's becoming. Hell, would you do some shit like that?
That nigga looking like somebody ain't he over there with that damn hairdo, and he had that perm going on. I was like, sit there, look, what the hell? I'd be like, what is really going on with Aunt Regina? That's you, Aunt Regina? Who the hell? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I think also too with the sorry, man. But also too, I think what it is that I think a lot of women are becoming more controlling is because they was never taught. Well, these days, I'm gonna put it like that. I ain't gonna say never, because our generation older was taught their place. But these days, these women are not taught their place in the world. They're not taught how to, accept who you are and not try to be more than what you are. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another reason why they're controlling, a lot more controlling. And also, too, they can go both ways as well, too, with men as well, too, because you got a lot of men that's controlling because they don't understand their way as well, too. So, and Heidi, I'm not trying to tell you what your place is. Don't get me wrong. What I'm just trying to say is men need to be the men and women need to be the women. Kind of like what me and Honcho was talking about in the last stream. When women like to say they're the mother and the father, you can't be both. There's no such thing. We all know our place in this world, and we need to stick to that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to tell nobody what their place is, so don't take it the wrong way. I know I'm coming off saying something crazy, but don't take it like that. I'm just trying to put it in a term, because I know I'm saying it in my head, and it makes sense in my head, but I'm trying to say it out loud to y'all to where y'all understand what I'm saying. But anyway, so I just think that we, as people, we're doing more than what we're allowing ourselves to what we're supposed to be doing. If that makes sense. We're doing more than what we're supposed to be doing. So people want to be controlling, mad because they can't get their way on this here. So they want to tell you what to do or what not to do, and then go from there.
We got a call coming in on the line. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm going to take this call and we'll get back to that point. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Kush line this evening?
What's good, Honcho? What's good, Man Up? It's your boy, The Wise, and I'm working harder than your average national media after midnight and shit. You know what I mean?
Really?
But I had a quick question. I know both of y'all got cheap ladies, but if you had a preference, which one would you prefer, a black woman or a Latino woman? Okay. And that's the only question I had.
Okay. I got you. I definitely got you on that one. I appreciate you calling in, Wise, holding it down, putting in work. I'll let you answer that one first. I think people know my preference, but I'll let you answer that one first, Man Up, and then I will be more than happy to spill my sauce.
I'm not finna get in no trouble because I'm a married man, so I'm gonna let you answer. I'm not gonna answer that question. I am a married man. It is not gonna get me in no trouble. Man, I'm gonna say this here, and I'm gonna let you answer. Yeah. What kind of woman I like, a black or Latino? I like my wife. That's it.
All right. So here's the deal. My deal. I've told y'all I did the outside the race thing at one point in time, but I have a sincere preference for black women, and that's just my thing. Like I said, not to say that I don't see other races of women attractive, but my selection of black women is extremely specific. So it's a small percentage of black women, because just how we were talking about the weave, how we were talking about the wigs, to me, that shows a bit of a mental issue. I think it's a sickness. So for me, it has to be a black woman, but she has to be natural. And if she's not natural, I instantly become turned on. Not like I say, I'm not necessarily disgusted, but I want her to be as authentic as possible. Outside of that, like I say, if it's a chick and she got a head full of weave, she's garbage to me. I don't care what the amendment she did made to the body. I don't care if it's natural. I don't care all of it's there's no interest in a long-term relationship. Now, if it's a situation where I was not an occupied man, sexual, yeah, I hit it and quit it. But as far as to me to be identified and associated with, like, you know, this is my chick or this is who I'm dating, she would have to be natural. That's the only way that I can roll. Latina women, I can understand, you know, people's preference, but if she get to start speaking my Spanish ain't all that fluent, she get to start saying some shit, I would think she's saying some racist shit. I'm gonna chop in her throat, and then I'm gonna call ICE on the motherfucking ass and get her ass up out of there. Nah, but I'm a definitely go naturally black. Oh, Leslie? No, Leslie Jones is naturally gorilla. She got some. Leslie Jones hair look like Yuli hair. Goddamn, Scotty, what do you want? Are you fucking? You get on my nerves.
I know I might be off on this one, but who is Leslie Jones? I don't know who that is.
The chick from she's on Saturday Night Live. I don't know if you saw the Ghostbusters remake that they did with all women. The one black chick that they had.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Does she not look? Leslie Jones in Harambe favor. All right, let's be honest with it. Like, you know, I'm not finna know. See, but that's the thing. Like, because I tell y'all, you know, it's the world we live in now. If I was white and just said that, boy, it would have started a riot. And that's why I say I don't look at things like that. People may get offended, but if the motherfucker look like a fucking monkey, the motherfucker look like a goddamn monkey. Like I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, but people get offended because, like I say, you know, two people can say the same thing, but because of the difference in skin color or something like that, people get mad about it. Come on, goddamn, you are a attention whore. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. This is cosmetic. You done got your hair cut. Now you're trying to stunt. You're cosmetic. You done got your little Texas collar. Now you're trying to style. Scotty been trying to be a part of the mix the whole time up. He's looking for some chocolate milk or something. But my thing is this, man. Like, I'm gonna call it like it is. Like, if it's the truth, it's the fucking truth. If a motherfucker look rough, but I done seen some old white women that look like chimps in the face. So it's just like, I'm just saying, you know, it ain't just because she's black that I'm saying the bitch look like a gorilla. The bitch she's rough. Okay, like, I'm just gonna be honest with her. Like, I'm not going. It ain't because of no racial nothing. I just said I prefer dating black women, and I call a black woman a gorilla. It ain't because I'm saying nothing. The bitch look like a fucking gorilla. You know what I'm saying? She look like, you know, Coco the monkey swinging from the trees. Everybody wants Cocoa Krispies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But that's just my take on it.
Let's not get on that one, because I said the same thing. You know, plenty of times, because people can say, call me the N-word. Black is supposed to be cool, but if there's somebody who's not black call me the N-word, it's a bad thing. But it's the same damn thing. But whatever, I don't want to get into that, but I agree with what you just said there. I'm just going to leave it at that. I agree with what you said there. But, yeah, I know who Leslie Jones is now. You said that. I just didn't know that was her name. But, yeah, kind of like Grace Jones to me. Look a little toe up. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look, keeping up with the Joneses. We were just talking about don't be trying to keep up with the Joneses.
So those are the Joneses people trying to keep up with. There,
yeah, you know? I guess so.
But yeah, you know, how do you say delete the stream, Honcho?
We got another call coming in on the Kush line, man. Who we got calling on the Kush line this evening?
It's Edmund again.
Edmund, what kind of smoke you want to blow on the Kush line?
So, I know you talked about it briefly in previous dens, but I just wanted to kind of bring it back on the whole Nike situation, and more specifically, what's your thoughts on Colin Kaepernick, and do you feel like he's actually someone that represents a leader or the face of a company that represents change? Do you think he's the right person for that?
Okay. Very, very good question. Very good question, Ed, man. I appreciate it. Ed, man, sometimes Ed, man, be strange on the text message, but when he call in, Ed, man, do be having some good calls when he call in. So I appreciate that, Ed, man. Definitely.
Yeah, no problem.
You have any particular thoughts on that one, Man Up?
Before I answer, I'm going to say my answer is finna be long, so I'm finna let everybody know that right now, because I have some strong opinions on that nonsense.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to apologize in advance, but now, let me say this. I agree with Colin Kaepernick 100%. He's standing strong and firm on what he believes in, even though it more than likely cost him his career. Just like that slogan says, stand for something, even if it's risking everything, or something like that. I forget his word, but something like that. But I agree with everything he's saying and everything that he's standing for. I even agree with Nike. They knew what the scrutiny they were finna get into. They say they don't care. And I strongly agree with that. No matter if you believe what the person is standing for or not, whether you agree with it, excuse me, that's what I meant to say, agree with it or not, you got to understand that if someone stands firm on something, they're going to stand firm on it no matter what. Now, what I want to point out there first is that I know I'm going to bring up something that's old news, happened, 2 or 3 years ago, whenever it started. A lot of people seem to forget that it's not disrespecting the country. He started a stand on social injustice among people getting killed innocently by cops. But everybody seems to think that he's disrespecting the country, the flag, the military, all that stuff, when it is not. He started this, and then a lot of people don't remember people was doing that before Colin Kaepernick. Me and my wife were talking about this earlier today. Marshawn Lynch started that. Nobody said nothing to Marshawn Lynch. Matter of fact, they was doing that before President Trump got into office. Nobody said nothing. But as soon as Trump got into office, as soon as it turned to Colin Kaepernick, I don't know if he got the attention because of the afro, but what, I don't know. But as soon as it turned to Trump got into office, as soon as it turned to Kaepernick started, that's when the whole world want to change it into he disrespecting the country. But guess what? Honcho, you old enough, you probably remember this. Nobody never said a damn word when people were burning the flag. You remember?
Yeah.
Nobody said nothing. So you tell me that's not disrespecting this country or the military or the flag? And when they burn it, when Rosie O'Donnell, excuse me, my wife told me this, I didn't even know, I just looked it up right before we started the stream. Rosie O'Donnell spit on the flag and stomped on it. Nobody said nothing about that.
Man, before I cut you up, I'm going to let you finish. Quick side note about Rosie O'Donnell. She likes to wear underwear with the dick holes in them. All right, but carry on. that was the old Chappelle joke. That was the old Dave Chappelle joke when he was talking about on the Chappelle show. We'll go ahead.
I'm saying all that to say this here. It's just funny how someone could tell you something, tell you why they're doing something, but like Honcho could tell me why he started up to try not to make this confusing. Yeah. Honcho could tell me why he started off soft sports, right? He could say I started this because I want to talk about the Texans, the Rockets, Astros, all the Houston sports, like he says all the time, right? But then it's funny how someone else can come in and say, no, he started it because he trying to get famous. And people will go with that instead of what the original person said. That's kind of like what Trump has did with Colin Kaepernick. He's taken a social justice stand for what he believes in, and people want to say, no, it ain't. He being disrespectful to our military, our country, our flag. Guess what? Nobody's saying nothing that Trump is being disrespectful to the military. Look how he treated John McCain before John McCain died. Look how he treated John McCain.
Yeah, and I definitely can agree with you on that one. You know,
I'm sorry, I got a little heated. I apologize.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's the Kush DNA. Look, we all friends in the DM. You allowed to speak your mind.
It just pissed me off when me and my wife were talking about this, and I was like, and then not Nike. I'm sorry. People want to now start burning their Nike stuff, their Nike shoes and all that. And some colleges want to now not support Nike on their jerseys anymore. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? It's like, will y'all get over it? Like I just said, look, all y'all in the chat, all y'all that will watch this video later, everybody, like I said, Honcho remembers what I'm talking about. Look it up. People were burning the flag, and then nobody there was no outroar like this. And that's what, and you don't call that disrespectful?
Yeah.
It's like, are you serious. Yes, T'Challa, Nike not losing money. Well, it's not the point about the money. It's about the point that you got this person that's in office that can change your thought from one thing to another. Like I just explained, Honcho can say this is why he started All Sports in the Kush Den, and somebody else can come out and say no, he's doing it because he want this and that, and people will believe what that outsider says versus what Honcho said he wanted to do. See what I'm saying? So, and that's basically what Trump just did. And then on top of that, guess what? Like I just said, it was other people that was not. Marshawn Lynch never stood for the national anthem, and nobody never said anything to him. And then guess what? Let's take it a step further. If you want to say that's disrespecting this country, why don't you go and protest schools while they took it out the damn schools and stuff? Why we can't say the Pledge of Allegiance in school anymore? All that stuff. So, and that happened way before Colin Kaepernick.
And I think that's funny, man. And what it is, though, because I talk to my old lady about stuff like this all the time, man. And we always have some very good conversation. It's good to have, good conversation with your significant other. If you can't talk to your significant other about things, then you gotta build on that. That's something you gotta work on. But honestly, man, Americans bite on whatever you put in front of their face. We just have to be a part of something. That's why I say a lot of this stuff I don't even get into anymore. That's why I say a lot of this shit I don't consider, unless it affects me personally. It doesn't affect me. I mean, I don't allow it to infiltrate my mind and get caught up in it. But I would agree with you, on Kaepernick in the situation with Nike. Nike made a smart move. One, it was a smart business move. Two, I have no problem with Kaepernick getting money. You got to still eat. If they believe in him and he was supported before then, I ain't mad at him supporting him now. I think, it's funny because, like I say, I don't care about the Trump situation. I don't care about politics like that, unless you start making some policies that directly affect me. When we start getting identity politics, I start complaining about that. But the same people that love Trump because he upsets the status quo, because he does things different, get mad when someone else does. When look, Nike came out and they upset the status quo, because now look, Nike, they got to deal with the NFL, they got to deal with the NBA. They came and they committed the ultimate troll job. They dropped the damn commercial right before the beginning of the NFL season open. They bought airtime so people watch it. And so my thing is also in a very good also about the Under Armour and Adidas, and that's funny because that's the two main other companies that people are talking about. Oh, well, I rock Adidas 3-stripe life. And man, had Kaepernick been released from Nike in that contract, one of those other companies would have been more than happy to pick him up. So what you're supporting, I think some causes you just got to let go. Okay, hey, it is what it is. I'm not. If you don't want to buy them, then don't buy them. I mean, to me, there's no point in going out and making it big. That's what I'm talking about. People out here roaching for attention because it's just a situation, and that's why some of these dumbasses. Some of these dumbasses are oh, I saw that one. The lady who was talking about, oh, I ain't gonna buy no Nikes. I like my Converse instead. And I'm talking about this. I give her an E for effort because she did not. Scott, if you don't quit rotating your lazy ass, I give her an E for effort because she kept the tweet up. Her dumb ass just took that down. But again, she was getting attention. She's happy to be getting some attention. People roach for attention because she's an old plain Jane motherfucker. Nobody would have been paying attention to it any other reason. This shit got hundreds of retweets. People sitting there up and down the timeline saying, hey, Nike owns Converse. But she's sticking by it. I'm just happy. I'm gonna wear my Converses anyway. Scotty, quit licking my elbow.
I'm sorry. Let me cut you off. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let you get back to your point. That kind of brings me back to my point too. What you just said, and another thing popped in my head too. A lot of people don't know this here. Nike owns Jordan. How come nobody's cutting up their Jordans, burning all their Jordan stuff? Yeah. See what I'm saying? Then this what kind of pissed me off even more. I don't know if you saw this. A lot of people now want to get mad at James Harden because he wearing some Nike socks and he took the Nike check off of his socks. See, but because people not using their brain to themselves, they forget James Harden is signed to Adidas. Mm-hmm. He cannot support Nike.
Yeah. Especially at a volatile time like this, of course. And the same people, here's the crazy thing too. See, people's getting mad at J.J. Watt. Because he's wearing a Reebok shirt when all this stuff is going on. He ain't never did. If you go back and look at J.J. Watt's press conference, he always got some Reebok something on. It's either his logo or a Reebok logo. Like again, we're people are just out there reaching and looking for some. Scotty, my arm does not taste good, man. What are you doing? And And
leave Scotty alone, man.
He really just going hard for no reason. So I don't know what's going on. But my thing is, again, people are just roaching for attention because it's the hot thing to do. The same thing when people was throwing their Keurigs out the window. Like, I support you for believing in something, but if you just damaging property for the sake of, like the old man, oh, that shit was funny as fuck to me because he put himself out there. Oh, I'm going to burn my Nikes while I'm still wearing them. So I'm going to make a point. Then his ass end up in the hospital with his feet burnt the fuck off damn near. You know what I'm saying? Looking like a whole idiot. And to me, it's just funny because, again, like I said, I just like watching people get riled up. Like I say, because I don't necessarily have a dog in the fight, but I'm not finna change my lifestyle. Oh, well, I don't believe Kaepernick. I'm finna, fuck no. If I like some shoes, because one, I got big ass feet, so I got limited selection. If I find some shoes I like, I gotta keep them hoes. I ain't burning shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably make one pair of 15s in the whole goddamn world or some shit that I like. So I got to make sure I do that. Fucking, I'm not joining the masses and acting like asses, though. I'm just not with that shit. You know what I'm saying? For what? Again, everybody else doing it, so I'm gonna do it too. I saw one dude though. He capitalized, and that shit was funny because I saw he's like, here's the reason why I cut off my Nike socks. And so I checked it out because at first I was like, oh, there they go again. But his shit was actually funny because he's like, look, it makes a good wristband. And then he goes, it makes a nice dog neck warmer or something. And so he was making fun of the shit, but he did like a whole bunch of different little shit with it. And it was actually funny. It wasn't in protest. It wasn't like he was trying to be like, oh, fuck Nike. He was just making crack jokes. There's like multiple uses for cutting off the shit. That shit was funny. You know, if you're going to get some attention, at least be creative. Be funny about some shit. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers out here just doing shit again, burning up their house. Like T-Child said, I saw that motherfucker like burnt his house up with his kids and wife in there. Fucking motherfucker burnt his feet up. Like, this is the point you want to prove. Some shit that really don't affect you that directly. You didn't put yourself in harm's way and ruin your home, you know what I'm saying, and ruin your fucking feet. You ain't gonna be able to walk straight for weeks, if not months. And I mean, it's just like, come on, man. Like, is it that serious? Like, hey, you know what you could do? You could not give a fuck and carry on with your life. Guess what? Nothing's gonna happen to you. That's my thing. Like I say, when people just start buying it, it's on TV, so it's a problem. Like, man, ignore that shit and keep trucking. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get these Nikes away because, you know, I don't want people to think I'm supporting this, and I'm gonna go buy me another pair of shoes and keep trucking. You don't have to make a big deal about it. Like, if you don't give a fuck, then don't show attention to it. Because guess what? By you generating attention, well, I'm getting rid of these fucking Nikes. So people will say, okay, well, look at that idiot. Well, that idiot's doing it. I'm gonna go buy me some just because he do it. They said Nike sales have gone up 31% on online sales within the last couple of days. Like, I mean, come on, man. I understand where people coming from, but shit, get rid of your shit. Don't be seen representing the shit, but don't make an ass out of yourself for trying to prove a point, and you're not really proving anything but fucking yourself up. And that's why I say that shit kills me, man. This shit kills me. But again, people, it's America. You're entitled to do whatever the fuck you want to. But that shit is wild.
I said that about those when it started with the NFL jerseys and now Nike and now these colleges and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? Why don't you donate that stuff? If you don't want to support them no more, you're right. That's your opinion. You do what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't be no freaking idiot about it. Guess what? There's some people out there that need shoes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's some people out there that don't even have an NFL jersey that would love the NFL jersey. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just at least be smart about it. Yeah, and like you said, Nike sales has went up because some of the idiots want to go and buy them and now they burn them. Yeah. Guess what? Who cares? Like they were doing with NWA tapes back in the day. They bought them and then burn them. EG said, so what? You made me money. I don't care.
Yeah, so I still get the profit from it. So do what you want to do with it. But again, like I say, people just want to be a part of a wave and be a part of whatever's going on. And that's why I say that's what kills me about the shit. But again, it is not about the veterans. It's not about any of that. Because you see so many, like on Twitter, I see veterans say, hey, you know what? This doesn't offend me. I fought for my country for so-and-so. And I see people who will come out and argue, well, my uncle and my cousin, they were in the military. But you weren't in the military. So you trying to stand on their clout to justify what you're telling somebody like that. It don't mean shit coming from you. Tell your uncle and tell your cousin to come address this person if it's a military member should be speaking to a military member. A civilian can't sit here and tell a military member what they went to the fucking force. Just like you talk about, I could have my reason for starting soft sports. Well, a military person can have their reasons for joining the armed forces. Like Winkin mentioned that he went because he wanted to better his situation. I know a lot of people like that. Some people went because, yeah, they wanted to serve their country because they do feel like a sense of honor. But you can't tell a person what their real reason for doing something was. You can't lump all these people in the category. I saw a dude, like I say, that blew my mind because he's talking about 27 members of his unit or something that died. Well, I know I speak for all of them when I say that. You know, how do you speak for 27 dead men? You never talk to these men about this situation. You never talk to these men about. You can't speak for these people. And like the fact that you have the audacity to think that that you have this type of merit to sit here and say, well, I represent. No, you don't. You represent your motherfucking self. Yeah, you may have went to war for the country, but you still represent your motherfucker. You don't speak for the man next to you. The man who has a voice, he speaks for his fucking self, and that's what kills me. But again, like I said, the thing that just takes the cake to me the most is the family members saying that, you know, telling you because that, look, the motherfucker that actually served, you just affiliated with some shit. That shit blows my mind, like that you have the audacity. And I saw Winkin mention something yesterday about military wives. That's something I'm glad he confirmed that, because that's something I used to just see here and there about military wives. Well, you know, it's like I served too. Man, no, it's not. If your husband is in the service, he serves. You not serving. If you not out there, I mean, you know, some of them I know travel, they be on base, whatever, but then I know it's a lot of them that's right here at home in America, fornicating, cheating, and doing everything else on their goddamn husband. And I mean, no, I mean, it's serious because it's a high incident rate of guys from the military coming back home, either fucking their wife up or she leaving them and taking off. I've known 2 or 3 guys who told me, man, like, shit, that they were saving up money, you know, in the military to come back and find out their old lady and took all the money and ran off. They have no way of finding her, you know, then took the kids and all kind of, it'd be all kind of fucked up shit because these guys, you know, sometimes they may come back with PTSD. They may come back with these issues and the wives don't want it. So just because you a military wife, you don't get bonus points for that. Unless you actually put in the work, then you just an affiliate, you a civilian like everybody else. You just happen to have a more direct connection, but you are not, you didn't serve. You like, I don't get that. And people just like, people, again, that to me, that's roaching for that attention. Well, my such and such. Okay, so you're getting up every morning at 4, 5 in the morning. You ran them miles. You did this, that, and the third. No, you didn't do anything. You did the same things that a regular civilian wife did, or if your cousin or whatever, you did the same things that the rest of us regular civilians did. Like, you don't get brownie points for knowing somebody. I know a bunch of motherfuckers in the military. Don't make me, doesn't make me any healthier. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me, I don't get the military benefits because of what they did. Like, that shit kills me, man. People just want credit for nothing these days. And that shit blows my mind. Like I say, that's why I say I don't want the reparations. 'Cause I didn't do none of that work. I didn't put in, nobody cracked no whip on my fucking back. Like, I don't want that shit. I want my merit for what the fuck I've done. If I don't do shit ever, then I don't deserve shit ever. If I put in work and I build something from the dirt, then I want all my credit because I put in that work. And that's how, like, that's how I look at it. If I didn't do it, you can defend a relative or a spouse. I didn't say that, but you cannot expect the credit for what they did. That's what I'm saying. You cannot take the credit for what they did, Heidi. You can defend them. Hey, you know, if you know for a fact that your husband believed in this and he died fighting, hey, well, my husband, you know, he told me this and he died fighting for this. Cool, but that still doesn't give you the ability to tell somebody else, well, they're wrong if they served or whatever. Your husband did that, or your father did that, or your brother did that. You didn't do that. So you can't sit here and tell, well, because my brother fought, you should be doing this, even though you're in the middle, you should be. No, you can't. What makes your brother a better serviceman than this person? You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do that. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my whole deal about it. Like, I'm not knocking it. I respect everybody who put in work. I wouldn't do it. I've never had plans or intentions. So I respect the military member. If you went in there because you love your country, if you went in there to have a better life for yourself, I respect anybody trying to have a better life. I respect anybody who's willing to put their lives on the line for whatever they believe in. But at the same time, then to discredit somebody, say, oh, well, you didn't join the military. That's the thing. You didn't sacrifice like Pat Tillman. That was Pat Tillman's choice. Because guess what? Had he maybe stayed in the NFL, I'm not knocking it, and made those millions of dollars, that's one way he could have took care of his family for God knows how long. probably wasn't going to see that kind of money in the military. Now, I'm pretty sure donations and things came in to help his family and all that other stuff. Some people see it as, hey, you know, this country, they don't feel like this country done shit for them. If they have another way to make money, then that's how they're going to do it. Some people say, hey, you know, this country is great. And I agree, it's a great country. That's something I sit here and say, you know, I don't go with, oh, this shit is so bad. Man, where else in the world are you going to thrive like this? Yeah, America got problems. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't. America got problems. But at the same time, America has options that you can't get nowhere else in the world. And if you take advantage of those options, shit, you can win. You know, that's what killed me. It's like, oh, we can't do this. We can't do that. Man, there's so many motherfuckers that have. Why the fuck not? Because it's the way you fucking think about shit. If you sit here and tell yourself, we can't, we getting held down and it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of this, then you're going to operate in that fashion because you're going to believe that. You're not going to look for the opportunities that can set you free. You're not going to pursue the activities or the things that can put you in a better position. You're going to continue to look at all the fallacies. You're going to look at all the bullshit and say, that's why. See, look, I found it. If you look for a certain thing, you're going to fucking find it. It's millions and millions of interactions, if not billions of interactions on a daily. You're going to find the fucking situation you're looking for. It's easy to sit here and point and say, look at that. It was another cop a cop killed somebody up in Dallas. Fucked up situation. She was in his apartment, killed him. And this was a good guy. No criminal record, no nothing. It was in Christian college, all this other good stuff. And I could point at that and say, see, look, it's going on everywhere. And this one was fucked up. And I do co-sign that it was fucked up. But they gave her a drug test because she had just came off shift and saying she thought that he was in her apartment. So my thing is like, how can't you tell what your apartment looks like? How can't you determine? So I want to know if she was on duty and she's fucked up under the influence, I think it should be a murder charge personally. But not to get into the details of that. But yeah, I can find an incident and say, man, that's fucked up. That's some fucked up ass shit. But at the same time, I can find an incident. I can go look and find where a group of black doctors just graduated. I can go find where a group of black people have started business for them and thrive. So you can look for whatever. You can look for negatives. You can look for positives. You're going to find both if you're fucking looking for them. But it's what you associate and affiliate yourself with the most is what you're going to find the most of. And that's the thing that kills me about people, because people just want to constantly look for the negative, look for the negative, look for the. You're going to find it if you're going to look for it. I hadn't been negative the overwhelming majority of my life. It came to a point where I was in some shit, had some shit to deal with, and it made me look at some shit differently. It made me reanalyze the way I think, and I'm still doing it daily, and I still learn new things about my thinking daily. But as I progress and I make change and I think differently, I see more and more options that open up to me every single day. And I see life in a different fashion or an improved fashion every day. And it ain't about selling myself no bullshit positivity. It's the truth. It's the real options. It's real experiences that I have. And more people need to look at it like that instead of trying to automatically say, oh, I'm black and it's over for me. I'm black and I'm getting depressed. Man, look, you got some motherfuckers out there with millions and millions of dollars. If they, you can talk about NFL players feeling depressed, or they can feel sorry for their people back home. But if you came from that same environment that they came from, how come you can make it and they can't? Why is it that you're able to make it and they can't? And the only thing it comes down to is thought process, the way you think about yourself, the work you're willing to put in. And that's really all it is. And like I said, and I agree with you on Cap, but about the sacrifice though, because yeah, he did give up something. That's why I fuck with him. I may not necessarily like the way he approached the protest. You know what I'm saying? But he did sacrifice an opportunity to make more money playing in the league, and he had a belief. And like I say, people talk shit, oh, he ain't sacrificed. That man came with $1 million out of his own pocket, like he said he would. This is when he lost NFL money. He made that pledge before when he thought he was going to get another contract, and he thought he was going to, he still came up off that money. He stuck to that. He didn't bullshit that. And, the thing is, you have people who don't make that kind of money are the main people complaining about those type of situations. A lot of this shit comes to, just like with the people on Le'Veon's team with the Steelers who hating on him because he ain't came and said, well, he make it 7 times as much as me. He make it twice as much as so-and-so. People get envious of money. People get envious of status. People get envious of a lot of bullshit and really miss the mark about what shit is really about. You know what I mean? The man could have had much more. Well, he's making millions of dollars. And again, we still see the people with money have the same problem. They have mental problems. They have all these same issues too. So money's not necessarily a qualifier. But to people, when you don't have money, that's the only thing people see is money, 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 money. Because they think that money, cures everything. Mac Miller had money. He was mad. He was depressed about some love. So he went back to popping drugs. And now he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? the Triple X nigga, he had money. People wanted his money, so they killed him for it. Money is not gonna save you from everything. Money can help you. Yes, it can make life a whole lot better. But at the same time, it's not the qualifier in the quality of a person. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm sorry, but I have to say this. When all this first started with Kaepernick, my first words out of my mouth was, I hope he thinks about his future. Mm-hmm. And what I really meant by that is, it wasn't about money. It was about his family and his life from that point on till the day where he's no longer on this earth. Yeah. And when I said that, a lot of people got upset at me. I'm like, hold up. Before you jump to conclusions on what you think I mean, why don't you ask me what I mean? What I mean is this. Yeah, I like I said before in the previous video, I'm a little bit religious. I know God got it. He's going to be okay. And I do believe in what he just said in that commercial. Stand for something. If you believe in something, stand for something, even if it means risk. I forgot the exact words, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. I forgot the exact words of it, so I don't want to mess that up. But my whole thing was this. I wasn't talking about his money. Yes, he lost a bunch of money. He opted out of his contract early. He could have stayed, 1 more year, 2 more years, whatever, with the 49ers and made some more money. But he decided to leave early. Guess what? When all this stuff got heated, he could have went to the Denver Broncos. He didn't do it. He didn't want to. So he could have kept making that money. So my thing was not about his money. My thing was more about his family, his well-being, because like you said before, you're going to have people with that train of thought that's just thinking ignorant. So it's his safety, all of that stuff. That's what I meant when I said, think about your future. Mm-hmm. I meant all of that. So it wasn't about money. I'm not going to say it wasn't all about money. Yeah, a little part of it was about money, but a little part of it was about everything. He has kids. His kids go to school. People might say something bad, might start picking on his kids, might start picking on his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Or if he want to go shopping somewhere, some people going to have negative comments about him to his face, might try to, cause harm to him, things like that. That's what I meant when I said think about the future. And like you said, people like to automatically say you're talking about money when it comes to these athletes and these movie stars and all them. No. And before you jump to conclusion, ask somebody what they mean. Because I like to say that, okay, what are you talking about? Because if you say something, I might think you're talking about this here, but before I have a reaction, I like to say, okay, what was that? What you mean? What you mean? So that way I won't be wrong in my response. See what I'm saying? So, and I'm like you, I had a lot of negativity in my life, and I used to always think negative about stuff, and I'm working on that still to this day. I really am. There's a lot of stuff I used to watch on YouTube that I used to think was negative. For example, you was talking about this before with Thomas Sotomayor, if I said his name. Yeah. He was a negative person. Well, he is a negative person. And I stopped watching a lot of his videos. I agree with a lot of stuff he's saying, but I'm trying to get rid of all that negativity stuff. So I'm saying, and my point on saying all this is this. Look, people are going to think, I'm second what you're saying. People are going to think crazy nonsense because they're going to automatically see Kaepernick, and they're going to, for example, I'm going to put it like this. Papa John's used to be my favorite pizza. And I got mad at them, whatever, how you want to put that, because he has sponsors that he has to answer to. I got mad at him or them because he wants to now no longer be the sponsor of the NFL, but when all this stuff was going on. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was just such a coward move on his part. If you want to, everything is not going to be peaches and cream for you. It's going to be some bumpy roads down the line in everything you do. Mm-hmm. It might cost you a couple of dollars. It might cause you to lose some sleep at night or whatever. That is life. I'm not famous at all. But guess what? I've lost money on decisions that I've made, excuse me. I've lost sleep at night on those decisions as well. But guess what? I'm not scared of it. I'm not backing down from it. I own it. Whether it's a good decision or a bad decision, I owned it. So, and that's why I salute Colin Kaepernick and everything that he's doing. He said, you know what? I know I'm going to risk my future in the NFL. I know. I agree with you. I said that too before too. The NFL was his job. That's what a lot of people don't think. The NFL was his job. You cannot go to your job and start doing whatever you want, basically. You have to listen to what your boss tell you. Because that's not your business, that's their business. And while you conducting business with them, you basically have to do what they tell you. That was my only thing that I said. And a lot of people got upset with me on that. I said, why don't you go to your job and start protesting? Why don't you see they fire your ass and call the cops on your ass, get your ass out of there? That was the only thing that I said that probably I can understand people probably getting upset about it. That was the only thing, because I said we look at this as a game, as a sport. That's it. People don't look at it like this is their job, their livelihood. I said, go to your job. Why don't you start protesting in whatever you believe in, and watch your job do the same thing? They're gonna get rid of you.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that I said that I could kind of get what people might be upset about, but they didn't think about what I meant by that before they had their reaction. That's the only thing, and that's why I said that. I said, do you own where you work at? No, you don't. You have to listen to their rules. If they tell you wear this uniform, you got to wear it. If you don't, you fire it. If you don't leave, they call the cops on you, going to jail, and then you doing all this crazy nonsense. Now you're going to sit back and think about, damn, why did I do that? That's the only thing that I said that I think he should have done it a little differently. Instead of on the NFL stage, I think he should have done it, I don't know, rent some TV time, get a commercial, whatever. I don't know, whatever, something different. That's the only thing that I said that should have been different on his protest. That's it. Other than that, I support him 100% on everything that he's done. And I'm not saying that because I'm a black man and he's a black man. No, he has a point. Even if it was non-black people that was getting killed all the time, I would still say the same thing. It is wrong. Don't do that. Well, I'm saying it like I'm talking to my daughter. Don't do that. But you know, I did just say it like that. But I'm just saying that's the only thing people need to understand. When you say something, take your thought process out of it and ask them, what do you mean by this, before you have your opinion or your reaction? Because your opinion, your reaction could be the wrong thing. Just like I just said earlier about, he literally said, it came out of his mouth. He said the reason why he's doing this is for social injustice. And when Obama was in office, Obama didn't really say nothing about it. But as soon as Trump get in office, for those that don't want to stand and salute the flag, you should fire them sons of bitches. Hold up, wait a minute. I had a problem with that too, as well too. Because guess what? A lot of people gave Obama flack for going to a Chicago Bulls game, for going to a Chicago Bears game, because that's his favorite team. That's where he's from.
They gave Obama flack for wearing a tan suit.
Yes.
They made a big deal about Obama. I mean, they talked about that shit for days. And again,
nobody giving flack for Trump for being on Twitter a lot, for cursing a lot. Want to focus on the NFL when you got more important shit to worry about. Nobody. Okay, you can say, oh, he's doing that because he's black. Okay, guess what? Nobody gave George Bush any flack, and he owns the Texas Rangers. Nobody talking shit about them, but you gave Obama flack for just for being a man, basically, or doing what guys do, or anybody do. I'm not going to make that a man thing, because it's not. Women do it too. For just going to a damn basketball game, for going to a football game. Look, everybody does.
Yeah.
But nobody talks shit for Trump sit here using profanity like that, being so unprofessional. when you curse like that. Fire them sons of bitches.
Like, what does a tan suit mean? I mean, literally a tan suit. I mean, they said it was not a presidential color for him to be wearing.
Yeah. It got to be black or blue or something like that, somewhere around those lines. It can't be light colors like that. It don't even want to wear a white suit. The lightest color I think you can wear is blue, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure of that, but if I'm not mistaken, it's blue. And it has to be a certain tone of blue, certain shade of blue, excuse me.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what I was saying, is that people will pick what they want to protest about, and it's like they following this I don't know what you want to call him, leader, president, whichever you want to call it, or whatever. I don't care what you call it. But anyway, you want to follow what he says versus what the person who's actually doing this is saying, who don't know what the hell's going on. He's going by what he see and what he believe, instead of saying, like that guy for the Seattle Seahawks. He was mad at Kaepernick at first because Kaepernick was sitting down at first. But then he said, you know what, let me talk to him. Let me ask him why he's doing this. And I forgot his name, but he was in the Army or Navy, whatever. I forgot what branch he was in. But anyway, he was sitting down at first, and that dude said, let me talk to Kaepernick. Let me ask him why he's doing this. Yeah. And guess what? When they had these discussions, he's the one, military guy is the one who told Kaepernick to take a knee instead. So tell me again, how is that disrespectful? When if he disrespected the military in this country and what people have fought and died for, a military guy told him to do it.
Yeah.
So tell me how is that disrespectful? How is that disrespectful to this country, this flag and the military, but burning the flag is not disrespectful? Are you kidding me? Rose O'Donnell spitting and stomping on the flag is not disrespectful? Are you kidding me? President Trump, who's everybody seems to be following because he said, no, it's not that, it's this, so you want to follow what he's saying. Well, how about you follow what he said about John McCain, the negative shit he said about John McCain, who's supposed to be a war hero, but oh, no, he's not my hero. He got captured. Yeah. So freaking a lot of people got captured in the damn military. That don't mean they no hero. A lot of people got captured. That don't mean they no hero. So since you want to follow what he's saying, why don't you follow that being as disrespectful to the damn military?
But my thing is how he says McCain shot first. How did he shoot first? And my thing is, I think with McCain is the reason Trump didn't like him is because after all the, after he was elected and nominated and everything else, I don't think McCain bowed down and kissed his ass like a lot of these other people. That's my thing with Trump. Like I said, I don't care. I really don't. I find a lot of what he does funny and extremely humorous. But it's just what bothers me is the people around him who literally come out of that office wiping the brown shit off their fucking lips because, I mean, they literally be kissing his ass. Like, here's my thing, I don't know what the fuck they're afraid of. I know maybe they just want to keep the party in power because he was able to unite the base or whatever the fuck it is. So they gonna kiss his ass to try to remain relevant because I guess of his base or whatever it is. But I don't see how these motherfuckers are walking on fucking two legs because they should really be crawling and slithering on their belly. I mean, because here's my thing. Like Ted Cruz, all the shit he talked about Ted Cruz, all the shit he said about that.
You saw on Twitter, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj got into a fight just now. Sad that this kind of stuff trend on Twitter in society.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's what I say. That's what's trending in society. Bullshit trends in society more than important shit here, man. That's the crazy shit. But my thing, with that is that, again, it's not even like saying necessarily McCain, but it's the other people that just sick of me and it's just thank you for the privilege to even get to speak to you, Mr. President. Like, that's cool. No, actually, that's not cool. But I mean, it's just like shit. When it comes down to it, it's a man just like you, a man. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, you hold the highest honor in the land. You are the leader of the free world. But there's a level of respect, and then there's a level of what's that word that you what's that word that you that you use that you explained earlier, Heidi, the one that started with the S. You know what I'm saying? What did he say about his people? The people with no voice. Trump body slammed him. I'd love to see that in the physical real. What is the word that you used earlier? Summer something. Summer. I don't know what it was. It was some word that you used the explain feature for earlier, and it said it had a very interesting definition from the Urban Dictionary. Whatever that word was, type that word again if you don't mind, because I've actually been trying to figure out what that was for the last few. Sommelier. Is that how you say it? I don't even know. But whatever that is, that's what Mike Wazowski and Jay Bird do to each other. So that's what that definition is. That's what I was looking forward for. But I mean, again, but regardless of how, if you agree or disagree, I mean, everybody's allowed to have differentiating opinions. But McCain attacked regular people. That's how it started. They have no voice in Trump. Trump attacks regular people all the time too. Trump attacked the special needs guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's just not act like he's holier than thou. I mean, again, you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Again, like I say, it's not that I care either way here nor there. But let's just not act like that everybody's perfect in this situation. Nobody. Again, that's why I say I don't really give a fuck about any politician, because you are going to smear, you're going to shit on somebody, you're going to do something in your route to seeking office or whatever it may be. Jay Bird, I've been in live chat the whole time. I've just been ignoring the majority of the shit you've been saying. That's all. I mean, I've seen you say put on live chat like 50 fucking times. I'll just be ignoring most of your comments. I'm gonna be honest. So there's that. Well, yeah, he has a voice, but it was a little shaky. His voice was a little shaky, Heidi. It wasn't just straightforward. Am I just as bad for saying that? Who knows? Leslie Jones is a gorilla. Anyway, but yeah, like I say, your thoughts on that, man. It's just it's all wild. But like I say, I don't care either way, because like I say, I don't feel any better about Trump than I felt about Obama, than I feel about any of them. They're all politicians. They're all the same in my book. I'm just saying that if you really want to dig in, like I say, we can find faults with any and everybody. If you really want to dig in, you can find pluses about any and everybody. Let me tell you the thing that I did like, and the reason why I was cool with Trump getting in where he is, excuse me, is because I figured, with black people especially, because they, everybody thought, Obama's going to come in, he's going to change the world for black people. He's just going to come in, he's going to raise us up, and save us all. I think with Trump's going to tell you like it is. Fuck you, fuck everybody, figure it out yourself, do your own shit. And I think that's the type of message people need. But instead of saying, hey, you know what, ain't nobody coming to save us, and let's build our own, let's create our own, whoever you may be, motherfuckers would rather agree. Cry and complain about the shit, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to making a move, as opposed to, going out there and fucking doing something, saying, okay, you know what, it ain't coming to work in our favor. Let's make some shit happen. Let's do something. But again, I guess it's cool to cry. And
that, if you want to go on that part, I blame that on people themselves, because like you said earlier, you got to do everything yourself. Nobody's gonna do anything for you. You got to do it yourself. That's just how this thing works. That's how life is. Not even your own parents. My mom taught me that growing up. Nobody has to do anything for you. Guess what? The law says I have to have something for you to eat and something for you to drink. Long as that faucet is running some water, and long as I got a loaf of bread in this house, you got something to eat, you got something to drink. So nobody has to do anything for you. So if they thought that Obama, just because he was black, was going to come do something for you, that was their fault. I'm sorry. I didn't expect him to do anything for me at all, personally. Maybe create some jobs or whatever, like every president's supposed to. Yeah, probably that, something like that, probably. But just because he's black, he's going to help out black people, going to get us out of poverty and stuff like that? No, that's on you.
Exactly.
You do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself in it, you get yourself out of it. Plain and simple. End of discussion. Because No.
That's what I'm saying. That people be looking for that next great savior or some shit. And every time I think about Obama, I think about Obama phone. I got Obama phone. That fucking shit with that lady. Now, that shit kills me, man. But man, here's the deal. I'm looking at it. I'm seeing it. We didn't win long and strong. We didn't win pretty tough and
yeah.
you know, I realized like we didn't cover a wide array of things. I mean, look, you got a good conversation coming in. You know, the Kush line had a couple of calls, and so we kind of got on some little tangents and things like that. But I think it was a pretty good den. I think it was. I mean, we covered a good array of topics, man. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start winding it down here because, like I said, yeah, we almost hit 2.5 mark. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, yeah, man. Ain't nobody going for another 30 minutes, goddamn. Go take your ass a nap.
Yeah, Honcho over here yawning, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just started yawning. Scotty that left me. Look, he got tired of trying to get his little attention. He didn't abandon the nigga. Where the fuck Scotty at? He done hopped on the couch and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But I want to say, man up, I appreciate it. I appreciate, you know, another good Man Up joining us in the den, man. It's always good when you join us. So, like I said, it definitely is very interesting. Provides some real good points. And like I said, we traversed a wide array of topics this evening. We went from, you know, surgery and makeup and things. We got a little political. We got talked about some current events, thanks to the suggestions of Ed Man. We appreciate that. But yeah, anything you got on your mind? Anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Once again, like I said at the beginning of this, I do want to say I apologize to everyone. Spent a little family time with my wife and my daughter, so we did start off late, and that's on me. That's on me. We used to start a little bit earlier, but just want to get that out there. I do appreciate everyone for staying up, joining us. You know, I know sometimes, like Honcho says, the den can, you know, go for a range of different topics, and you can a lot of times it can be a little touchy. Sometimes it might piss you off, but I think in the long run, man, these are things that we all need to hear. You know what I'm saying? And not everything's gonna be all friendly hunky dory. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's gonna be all peaches and cream. Sometimes we just need to hear the raw truth, whether it hurts our feelings or not. You know. But I appreciate everyone. Once again, I thank everyone. And I know I said this before. I'm gonna say it one last time. If I can do it, you can do it. Go get you one of these. Go get
Yeah. They say name 2 famous cops with a voice. Steve from Jerry Springer. He got a voice. You know what I'm saying? He got his own show. He got a whole show. And another famous cop with a voice. I can't even think of the other one right now because there was another one who he became something.
We got it. America's Most Wanted.
Walsh.
Yep.
But Walsh even beefing with Trump now. He posted some shit today because usually he be hand in hand with what, you know, Trump be about. But he posted some shit. Like I said, there's been a bunch of shit going on. That's another topic for another day. You know, with the leakers, the people leaking that information coming up out of the White House. I think that's a very interesting thing that's going on. And you know, we'll have to talk about that soon. If by the next time you join us, if it ain't been exposed and all that, we'll definitely have to talk about that.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, Steve from Jerry Springer and Carl Winslow. Those are 2 famous policemen with voices. So there you go.
Oh my God, Carl Winslow.
There you go. But with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Again, I appreciate, man. No big deal about it. You know, hey, look, family time is something that's essential. You know, hey, because time is a funny thing. You know, you can never get that back, so you got to make sure that, you know, you utilize that. Man, I had an early mixer, man. Y'all missed the early mixer. I told y'all I was going to do the mixers. I told y'all Dan was going to be a little bit later, so there was an early mixer. It's late. Y'all need to go to bed. So don't count on me, you know, doing another one. If I do, it may be fortunate, but don't count on that. But, you know, stay tuned. Look for your notifications. Maybe, maybe not. But with that being said, Mexico is going to get its revenge on Uruguay tomorrow, or I don't know, they probably ain't playing no soccer tomorrow. I'm just saying shit to fuck with Heidi. But man, I appreciate everybody, all the friends of the den. Look, I'm halfway out of there. I almost forgot to do this the right way because it's been a few days since I've been in the den. But I don't know. Don't count too much on the mixer. We'll see. You know, if there is. If it ain't, it ain't. But y'all ain't got to go home at this late hour. I hope y'all already home. But y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. And with that being said, we out.
Smoke.